Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. There we go. There's the capture. Your buddy JohnMegacycle here. Calyx, good morning. Good day. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you've been sleeping well and staying hydrated, and you've defeated all of your enemies, and you've accomplished your own personal mandates, and your agenda is on schedule, and whatever you got going on with your life, I hope it's going good. But yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, let's do a small recap of what happened last session. I like to do like a little bit of a, just on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z kind of a thing. 2 sessions ago, we hammered through this. This is the beginning to Applied Energistics, AE2 to be specific. We went through a bunch of little changes just to get the ball rolling. So that was the idea. And last session we ended with this. This is very fundamental AE2 stuff. If it is your first time seeing Applied Energistics, it is a very, very helpful, I would call it a backbone mod. It doesn't take over like your manufacturing or your alchemy or your chemistry or your magic. It doesn't do any of that, but what it does is it integrates nicely as a storage solution for other mods. I guess like in a 2-sentence blurb, that's how I'd blurb it. It does have auto crafting. It can interface with pretty much any machine in other mods in a way that is like, I'm going to give you this, you're going to do your work, and then give me back the thing I want. So we'll dive a little more into that later. The other thing that we also knocked out yesterday was sleepy time. Boof. We are working on infinite ores, so we built the Dimensional Interfuser Lopermatron 3000. Hang on, I'll get the name. I forgot the name already. These wacky guys. This is a Dimensional Infuser. This one specifically was making Skystone for us. Skystone is a very fundamental piece of AE2. We're making some black quartz. We're making some fluorite dust. Anytime I'm up here, I'm just grabbing it. This is the Dimensional Ore Generator? Dimensional Ore Extractor. This is extracting Dimensional Diamond Ore. I'm just going to grab this so we have for conversation speak. Down here is where we're actually doing all the interfusing, all the extracting, all the whatever. So Dimensional Diamond Ore goes in here. It makes a dirty diamond slurry, which we then get clean diamond slurry. Clean diamond slurry turns into crystals. Crystals turns into... Hold on. Well, shards turn into something else. Something else turns into something else. Something else gets smelted or enriched, and then this gives us diamond dust. Diamond dust, we can then take and do whatever we want with. So we can go down here with diamond dust to our smeltery, and we can chuck it in the forge and be like, here you go. Here's some diamond dust. Have fun with it. And then we can turn it into plates, blocks, whatever we want. That's kind of one of the paths that we discovered yesterday in working with it. And also, again, I want to give a personal shout out to Calyx. They've been really helpful. They're a pro with this mod. So being there and just like chatting it up and be like, hey, me asking in the void, how the hell does this work? They're like, turn it on, John. It's like, oh, I forgot to turn it on. So personal shout out to that. Also shout out to Katiana and Kira who are also going through the mod pack, and it's a cool experience to have so many folks near. But hot and cold running answers, right? It's just, I never expect people to whatever, but everyone's been very helpful. It's been very, very cool. So shout outs and appreciates and all that. So what else did we accomplish? Oh, we figured out how to boil water yesterday. Effectively, that's what happened. So that's new as of last session, yeah. And then this is all new. These take water to hot water to brine, brine to liquid lithium. And I'm just going to keep going this way. Liquid lithium to sulfuric acid as a liquid. Then this turns into sulfuric acid as a gas. Sulfuric acid is part of the process. I was going to point down there under the Technium machines where we do all the work. The first step requires sulfur. So that's where the sulfuric acid. Then for some of the process, we needed to make this industrial squeezer to make graphite rods. Graphite rods, or graphitic electrodes? Graphite electrodes? Yeah. The electrodes are actually done up in this bottling machine and then are used in this arc furnace. The arc furnace is what's generating our Fluix crystals. Now, you might be like, John, this isn't just too much information. I don't know what the crap you're talking about. For those who are playing this mod pack, who are not at the level we're at, just to point out, what we are is we're after teleporting, and we're in dimensional ores. Dimensional ores, I believe, or is it the one step later? Yeah, dimensional ores and elite technium. That's where this whole thing happens. So the lithium dust we're actually making behind us as well. We're also making brickified sulfur. The hop graphite dust, the graphite electrodes. There's the arc furnace. With the arc furnace, we can make Fluix crystals. Fluix crystals are a necessary part to build the ME controller. So that's where we stopped. So elite technium, when you get to this point, this is where these extra machines are going to come in. The arc furnace, the bottling machine, and the industrial squeezer. And then also, yeah, brickified? Yeah, brickified sulfur, which is used to make the rods. So that's kind of an overview of what we accomplished last session. Yeah, this is also making lithium dust, which is needed for something. I don't think we've gotten to the what that needs yet. So, here's the base. Yeah, still completely clear up here. We're still in our 2x2 chunk. Our 2x2 chunk. So, I think that was everything. Is there anything else new and cool? I had a little BB smeltery over here to make black brick, I think, or not black brick. I forgot what that made even. Oh, we have another alloy smeltery, alloy kiln. This is making these reinforced machine casings. Now, 2 sessions ago, or maybe it was last session, we were making teleport cores, and that was like, yeah, the next big step, we can make teleportation cores. And then the next step after that is, hey, did you make that teleportation core? And I'm like, And then the next step is, do you want to grind them up and snort it into a block? I'm like, that sounds like drugs. I don't want to do that. I just made this teleportation core with love and care. The game is like, well, crush it up anyway. So then we did. So the teleportation cores we made, these get turned into the entangled blocks as is, but this also gets crouched into dimensional dust, and dimensional dust is what makes these. Nope, that's the ore extractor. What are we looking at? Ah, here we go. The machine casing. And the machine casing is what's used for all this dimensional, interdimensional stuff. So that's kind of where we're at. Oh, we also need them for the thermal evaporation block. So I think that's the 5-minute recap that took 8 minutes. 5-minute recap that took 8 minutes. So today's episode is titled Rebuild, Rebuild. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to start tearing out some of our logistics. And here's the thing. I don't want this to be a complete, we're replacing the whole base, whatever. What I'd like to do is I'd like to lock down and replace some key componentry that's obviously failed. Hey, Ben. Nice to see you, buddy. Long time no whatever. You're up right now? Isn't it 9 p.m. for you, isn't it? I was like, if you're up for like 6 hours, we should be playing Factoria. I shouldn't be playing Minecraft. But hello, Ben. It's 10 p.m. Okay, I was kind of close. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Are you staying hydrated? You doing all right? You getting some sleep? Work not being too much of a jerk, I hope. I'll put some wheat in my face. Yeah. Yeah, I know you. I knew you wouldn't, but I'm just saying, like, did I miss a thing? Ben is a buddy that we've been playing Warp Drive Machine, which is a very fun Factorio mod. The difficulty curve is rough, but it is fun. If you're not familiar with the thing, it can be a bit of a struggle. We're playing Techopolis 3. Let me get the link for you. This cuts... Yes, I can. There's no farming. There's no mobs. There's no fighting. There's no enchanting. There's enchanting if you want to enchant. But the idea is this cuts everything. The name of the game is automation. We're not mining. Let me show you the mining floor. Fairly early on in the game, you build these mines, and these mines auto-generate resources for you. So we're not going to the mines and searching for iron. We're not. There's a very comprehensive tech tree that walks through the entire game, all the way from this is how we get this, and this is how we do this. And it's very straightforward. Would recommend. Emphasis on automation. Aw. I was gonna give you a rundown to Burbaderm. Yes, so we've been experimenting with some of the mods, some of the logistics side things, and what we've unfortunately found out is some of the mods, we have a threshold limit, effectively, on how stuff works, and it's not great. Oh, we got a new bot. That is the worst email website combination I've ever seen in my entire life. We're not clicking on that link. LG, good day. Yeah, it's effectively either satisfactory or whatever you like in Minecraft. Yeah. So we don't have armor. I don't have a good weapon. No, you're good. The timing was eloquent. It was best viewers plus good, very great viewership for many. And then the URL, which ends in .online, which, oh man. I can't live without a .online. Okay. What processes are busted? Because I thought coal was busted before something. I would like to see if we can get ME going on for a lot of this stuff. I'm trying to think of what would be worthwhile for us to gut and pull and move and whatever. Ultimately, there are some processes that don't make any sense for us to condense. I'm mainly using AE2 to keep track in the correct amount. I wanted a level emitter and a redstone card so the storage don't fill up. Yeah. I'd like to rely on the drawers, so that'll be our limit mitigation process, that if the drawer's full, stop feeding stuff. If I want less, we could do less. But I guess kind of the thing is, oh, this is working now. I have a 0 level of confidence moving forward. That's where we're at. So, what I want to figure out is with the entanglement blocks, is how can I build an ME network? I could have 1 controller per floor. So what are the red and green lines around the place? This is power. So it's just electrical power. This is a logistics system known as XNet. The XNet wires or cable and connectors interface with objects, and they can either take or insert items based on very simple in-out logic. So in here, the XNet is broken into 8 channels. I'm only using 1 channel here. I'm basically saying, this is a connection you have. I need you to extract from it. Pull a stack as much as you can every 10 ticks. There's other ones in here. This is all extracting and putting it into a entangled block, an entangled block. So whatever we're pulling out, we're telling it to pull into this entangled block. This entangled block is actually my drawer controller over there. So the blocks are entangled. So anything I change about this, I'll change over there. To make this easier, because I think we've overloaded XNet's potential capacity, what I've done is I've gone to a few floors and I've done the same thing. I've cut the connection of XNet to the main controller, built a new controller, set up the rules that we're inputting or importing or exporting wherever, and that is entangled to the drawer. So what I've done is I guess I've built little subnets. Subnets, I don't know if that's even really the right word. They're independent networks that can talk to each other through the drawer controller. What else did we do? I don't know if there's anywhere else I started snipping, but that's what the red wires are for. There's also tubing like this that are moving items, liquids, gases, other things more locally. So the idea is the XNet is the major spine right now of our network. Then we've got these little logistic transporters for stuff that has to get moved around. So one box, think of XNet like trains, I guess. Yeah, much larger. Yeah, so XNet is the trains that are bringing... Okay, so this is being filled with enriched flint. But then... well, actually, no, I take that back. Sorry. This is being filled with compressed gravel from XNet. Then everything else is being pushed around by conveyor belts, quote-unquote, to the little individual assemblies, aka rock washers. And then that's making flint. Flint is being energized, and then XNet pulls it out. So XNet is the larger spine of it, with all this being the individual nerves, muscle tissue, blah, blah, blah. Now, the problem with this system is there is no hard limit to how far XNet can go, but we found there's not a hard limit, but we've had tons of production discrepancies. Stuff that is in the system that should be processing is not processing, and that's a problem. So we've been trying to pull up XNet or break it down into different smaller networks to try to limit the capacity. Before, it was all done by this controller, and it was a huge list. And I think what ultimately happened is we got to like, oh, hey, Nedved. Hello, friend. Hope you're doing well today, sir. And there's another chicken that died. Another chicken that died. Need to be a Tom Waits song. And then another chicken was spawned in the world, and then another chicken died. I can't do a good Tom Waits. I don't smoke anymore, so it's I can't get that low. So anyway, the first thought was to separate out the network. That was done that way, and then now I'm thinking of replacing the whole thing entirely. But we might be actually functioning now. It's funny that this one's working. Are you full? No. I honestly do not understand how it's choosing priority. I want to test something real quick. I'm out of the house. Just stop by, say hi. Hey, it's awesome. I hope you have a good day today as you're out and about doing out and about things. I wonder if the round robinness of it is determined on game load. No, it's still doing the thing. Oh. I was calculating for a second there. Both of these furnaces are fine. Actually, I could take out this furnace. This furnace doesn't need to exist anymore. So now I'm curious. Okay, cool. It did exactly as I was hoping it was going to. Yep, you're done. I'll just take that, thanks. You can just have this again, because it can cook coal into coal. Or is this going to screw everything up? Please tell me this doesn't turn into, like, super coal or something. Okay, thank gibbers. This can go away because we've changed our manufacturing process. The real thing that's getting me is diamonds. And so that's what had us push into the dimensional ores, hoping I could get some diamond action. I'm not getting any diamond action because this importer is invalid and has to be red netted or X netted or whatever. How are we on diamonds? I guess is my question. Okay, 88's good. And we also have a boatload of block. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace XNet with ME. I'm going to use drawers as our primary storage still, because I like the visual effect of it. I like it laid out like this. So we're not really going to use ME storage. We can. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else I want to accomplish here. The thing is, I need to start automating some of this stuff. So, do I have another ME controller? I do. We got the Fluix stuff. I'm gonna pull out... Okay, we need to do some penguins. We need to do some penguin work. So, it is the penguin provider? No, the penguin... This. Hello, friend. We're done with that. We're not doing that anymore. Come on. There we go. Oh, how do you blank a pattern? Processing pattern, smithing table pattern, stone... I don't care about any of that. You just shift click it or something? Hold on. Maybe I just put it in my hand. Nope. Press P to view pattern. Okay. Write the entered pattern to the current encoded pattern or to available blank pattern. Oh, yeah. Go away. There we go. Okay. Yep, that was just a matter of fact. Okay. So each pattern, penguin, because we said we weren't going to say the word pattern anymore, right? That's still a thing. Each penguin is going to be its own thing. Boop. Boop. Does none of this stack? This doesn't stack. What's your deal? Press F1 for help. I wanted to, but... Okay, you're going into the behind the thing of banishment. Thank you. Okay. For penguins, let's see. What is something that we're making right now that would be really helpful? Let's go upstairs and see how much of our manufacturing we can start replacing. Because if I could replace 12 machines with 3, that'd be great. So we are doing obsidian to dust. That's a crusher. That's not what I want. Grout. Grout to brick. Stone to smooth. Sand to glass. Grout. Stone. Sand. There's a little bit of grout, stone, sand. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. So we're still going to take baby steps with this because it's been a while since I've done. So, sand. Now this isn't a crafting pattern, this is a processing pattern. Thank you, Ben. Oh, what the F? Okay, I don't really know how this works. So what I'm going to look up is glass because that's the product I want. Regular glass is fine. Primary processing result can be requested through the automated crafting system. Right there. And then just sand. I don't need, like, a billion of this. No, man, just regular ass sand. Suspicious looking sand. What is that? What even is that? Okay, so here's this. So this is a processing penguin. So what this means, if I'm understanding how this works, is the AE system doesn't give a rip how this is done. This isn't something the AE system has to do. It is going to feed sand into a system. And it is going to be, hey man, do whatever, I don't care. But I expect glass to come out of this. If I understand how this works, this is how this works. So, here is your this. I need a smelter. I need a That's the guy. Okay. This can be like this. Clear. Input output, I think. Oh, I need maybe an ME interface. Okay, well, let's finish what we were finishing. So there's that. The next one is going to be Groot. Ooh, that gets wacky. Grout goes in. This is for black brick, I believe. Black brick. That guy. Okay, thanks. And then, the other one was stone. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to have happen. Thank you. And then smooth. Okay. So we've got our 3 processing penguins. Where did the glass one go? Oh, it's already in here. Ha ha, crap. Return inventory. So I'm gonna say I want... no. Oh, whoops. Oh, it carried over from, JEI. That's dope. Okay, you don't have sand or any of the requisite stuff. So let's give you... I guess no sand. Yeah, this is what's busted. The sand isn't coming back up for whatever reason. Your sand. Yep. I got a stack of grout, a stack of sand, and a stack of stone should be... Oh, actually, you know what? I probably don't have any stone either. Stone... Ah, it's over here. That's compressed stone. Regular stone. Awesome. So I'll pipe this into the system, and I'll say, I need 10 glass. And the ME system actually is not responsible for making the product. But I would like some... I'd like 10 glass, please. Crafting CPU automatic. It doesn't need any coprocessors or storage, because this is done outside of the system. We do need to assign a crafting CPU to manage the work. But aside from that... Oh, you ain't got no power. Haha, haha, very funny. It's just sitting here tapping its toes or whatever a smeltery does when it's irritated. Probably taps its toes all anime style. It's like, hey, idiot. And I'll be like, okay, that's very accurate, but I don't appreciate the tone. What's up? You didn't turn me on. Oh, I'm sorry. I think you're very attractive. Are you turned on now? I don't know what's going on. Okay. So I asked for 10 glass. It fed it. Again, the ME system doesn't give two rips about how it works. Now I gotta figure out how to pull the thing back out. I thought using the I/O was gonna be enough. Input, output, it doesn't work that way. Crank, good day. Now it's probably like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah. It's doing a thing. I probably need, not a storage bus. I probably need like an import bus or something. I'm still not keen on all the terminology quite yet. I'm confident this isn't what I need. No, it doesn't even connect that way. Okay, thanks for playing. Let's take a look. There were some example builds, and I'd like to figure out what that is. So, example setups. There's literally no reason for us to reinvent the wheel. Actually, I should just search for penguins, because I think there was some stuff in there. Penguins. Okay. That. This is a encoding terminal, penguin provider, molecular assembler. This is a processing penguin. Most knows if a penguin provider pushes these ingredients to adjacent inventories, the ME system will receive these items at some point in the near or distant future. Okay, so I understand the theory behind it. This is how you auto-craft, blah, blah, blah. Multiple penguin providers, identical patterns. Okay. What I need to figure out is I thought I saw an example setup on how auto-regulated main network amethyst farm. Furnace automation. Okay. Yep. Okay, I don't need to feed the furnace though. Penguin provider. The directional variant. I guess it just gets fed. Oh, auto eject. Hold on. Hold on. Hey! Okay. So now I have 10 glass. Hey! Okay, so we can do this whole thing using one channel. Oh, that's so dope. That's so freaking dope. Okay, so let's overload the system a little bit. I want 10 black brick. Go. I want 10 glass. Ah, you can't queue jobs. Ah. Okay, anyway. That's super dope. You got the one thing. Supercharge the pants off the damn thing. And, oh, that was fast. Okay. Zoom. What was the other thing I had? Smooth stone. Hi. Can I have 100? You can't make 100. 40. Sure. It barely keeps up. It barely keeps up feeding the system. So now we have one smelting factory. That's it. Or 3 or 5 or 10, or it doesn't matter. So to keep the channel to keep the channel threshold low, what we can do is, I'm gonna move you just for sake of conversation, is we could have, let's just say these crafting tables are the smelteries, okay? We could have a row like this. Okay. We could have a row like this, and then pull the items out of the pattern provider, push it into the things. Do I have pipes? That's the opposite of what I wanted to have happen, thank you. I need a workshop. I need a straight up genuine workshop. But this will feed all this stuff this way, right? And then the return works like that back into the thing. So this is how I was hoping we could get one channel with a lot of work done. So this is our smelting array. Everything in here has something to do with smelting. So that's going to be dope. We've got an ad in about 50 seconds. Now's a really good time. Get out of your chair, stretch, move around a little bit. I'm too jacked up on, what do you call this, coffee? I finally went back to my regular coffee dosage and I'm like, But no, we got that ad coming up. Now's a really good time. Get up, move around, that whole thing. The enriching stuff is going to be slightly more complicated, but not really. But smelting is real easy. One thing go in, one thing come out. Real simple. What is all this? Purification chambers. Purification chambers should be easy. They also don't require a catalyst. Nope. Glowstone dust. So smelting, purification, crushing, enriching should be very easy. One-stop shop. One little stoppy shoppy. So let's start taking this and start pushing this into something that resembles a production. So this all goes away. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Dankeschön. What are you full of? Other garbage I don't want to associate myself with. Fantastic. Okay, so now we got some penguins. And now, the beautiful thing about this, so let's take another look at our old system. The way in which we did our old system was every single product had to be its own line to ensure they didn't interfere with other stuff, right? It's the same thing if you play Transport Tycoon Deluxe in a factory or some resource is produced out of a, let's see, let's try that again. If more than one product comes out of a facility like a farm can produce livestock and grain. You need a separate train for both on independent circuits, so too much livestock or too little livestock doesn't choke out the grain chain. Working on the grain chain, working down, 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 working on the grain train, whoop, about to sit down, working on the grain train. Okay. But now we won't have that problem. So there's a couple things that I want to set up. But yeah, that's the idea. Here, there won't be such thing, depending on how complex our stuff gets. So, does this work? This does. I'll take that. Do you keep the thing? You do not. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, this goes away. That goes away. That goes away. I have some ingots and stuff on me. Oh, those are the patterns. Nice. I have an inscriber logic press for reasons. You can have that. Okay. You have some stuff on you? Go away. Me storage bus. Goes away. That's how we do limits, which I'm no longer interested in. Okay. Control and shift clicking doesn't really work the way I hoped that would. That's fine. Okay. So what I have right now in my inventory is all the parts to do the thing. I'm just going to dump more stuff. I don't need that or that. This is the arc furnace. We can put the arc furnace away. Don't need that. Anything else I can dump for now? We got raviolis. We got redstone dust I don't need. Anything else? This is a steel ingot for real. Don't need that. Okay. Another cool thing, now that I already tore it apart, is the network analyzer. So it must take a bit to refresh, but you can kind of see how the network is being utilized based on channels. Friendly reminder, because this is going to be a key part of today's work. ME uses channels. Every face of the controller is worth 8 channels, and we're going to try to use that to a bit of our advantage as we design stuff going forward. Yeah, I guess that's effectively the brunt of it, but you can see visually here how many channels are being used. 4 are being used from this side, 2 are going that way, 2 were going this way. We don't have this stuff built anymore, so it's going to disappear. Boop, 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 and boop. Oh, did that keep all the drives? Or the cells? Uh-oh. Oh, okay. They also just bopped into my inventory. Cool. Okay. So that takes care of all that. Can you pop in there? Thanks. Okay. Cleaned up after ourselves, cleaned up after ourselves. Cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head down to the manufacturing floor and start gutting and automating. Oh, I should go to the right floor, probably. Now, I'm not ready to do this for our mineral acquisition yet. That's a ways away, I think. But, since this is smelting, I can actually just throw this on the wall. So I'm going to need a controller. I'm going to need some different cable. And this is ultimately going to probably do the same thing. This is just going to get entangled into the drawers. Good day, Rico. Delight to have you. Cat reporting for duty. I said duty. Okay. So I kind of want to figure out how I do this. I have no inventory space whatsoever. That's fun. I don't need this. Sorry. Kuna was here. Ah, okay. Nope. I've got a spare. Hold on. I have a spare inventory slot just for this occasion. Thank you for the hydrate and stretch. I will after I panic place a sign. It's the last one. Make it count. Dang it, Ben. Oh, we're telling a story one sign at a time. That's what we're doing. Kuna was here and still is. And they provided much needed hydration. Apparently that word needed was haunted. They provide much needed hydration. Ben, you are getting a sign. What would you like? What would you like? I'll do you up a sign right now. You're getting one. You want some Ace of Base lyrics? What do you like? Yeah. Signs upon request, I guess. I don't have any... Okay. Sounds good. I'm good. Ben. Done. I'll light it up later. Actually, do I have any torches or anything right now? No. Okay. Battlecruiser operational. Minecraft cat operational. I don't know if that's that's either StarCraft. It's either StarCraft reference or that's a MechWarrior reference. I could go either way. Oh, that wasn't at you. The developer of this mod pack is named Ben Law. And there's something that doesn't make any sense, and Kira said, "Dang it, Ben!" And so I put their sign here. It's not at you. That's the developer, Ben Law. StarCraft, okay. We're gonna get just some torch action. There is no other bit. Well, you haven't Highlandered them yet, so get on Highlandering. Highlandering? Yeah. Highlander is a verb. Get to Highlandering. Well, I don't know why they're still alive. Get to Highlandering. Yeah, this is a travesty of an inventory. I don't need a ton of room. I just need some room. All that stuff I'm not really doing anything with. We're not going to mess with drawers or chests or inscribers for a spell. That buys me a little bit of real estate. Okay, I can actually breathe a little bit with this. Cool beans? Cool beans. Alright, I also would like to figure out dense cable. I don't care about the color. I just want dense cable. Actually, this purple looks pretty dope. Looks ME dense. No, I just want dense cable. White dense cable. Looks ME dense smart cable. Okay, this is getting farther away from answering my question. Okay. Well, let's do this backwards. This backwards. Fluix cable. You have to cover it and then wrap it? Is it like insulated cable? Is that what I'm understanding here? I don't care about the colors, man. I can't even see all of them. I don't care about the colors. Okay, it looks like we gotta wrap it. So we gotta wrap it, we cover it, and now it becomes what? Covered cable? Oh god, okay. Hold, I have to finish this coffee first before I do any reading. What is there to figure? Dense person placing cables. That's how that works? I can't spell tangerine. Let me place the cables. Actually, if we're talking about me, the cables wouldn't be dense, they would be thick. Fat jokes all around. Okay. While ME networks are also created by adjacent ME-capable machines, cables are the primary way of extending an ME network over larger areas. Differently colored cables can be used to ensure adjacent cables do not connect with each other, allowing channels to be distributed more efficiently. They also affect the color of terminals connected to them. Now that I didn't know. So you don't have to have all your terminals be purple. Dude, purple looks dope. I'm fine for it. Flux cables connect to every other color. Of note, channels have nothing to do with cable color. We knew that. If you're new to AE2 and unfamiliar with channels, use Smart Cable and Dense Smart Cable whenever you can. It'll show how channels are routed through your network, making their behavior more understandable. Another note, these are not item or fluid or energy or etc. pipes. They have no internal inventory. Pattern providers and machines do not push into them. All they do is connect AE2 devices to network. Yeah, I knew all that. Okay. Flux glass, 8 channels, comes in 16 dies. I don't care. Yes, okay, you can cover the cable with wool to create Fluix ME covered cables and craft Fluix ME smart cables to get a better idea of what's going on in channels. Okay, I don't care about smart. We have the network tool, so I don't care about that. The covered cable variant offers no gameplay benefits. However, it can be used as an alternate aesthetic choice. Dude, I don't care about aesthetics. Dense cable, here we go. Higher capacity cable can carry 32 channels, unlike standard cable, which can only carry 8. However, it doesn't support buses. So you must first step down from dense to a smaller cable before using buses or panels. Dense cables slightly override the shortest path behavior of channels. Channels, well, I'm going to need a new word for channels now. We can't say patterns, we say penguins. Somebody give me a better word than channels. It sounds like channels, but isn't channels. Oh my god. Brave. Channels, cheetahs. Awesome. Dense cable slightly override the shortest path behavior of cheetahs. Cheetahs will take the shortest path to dense cable and the shortest path through the dense cable to a controller. Okay, how do you make it though? Covered cable. Okay, covered to dense. Got it. Smart cable. While bearing some similarity to Fluix ME covered cable in appearance, they provide diagnostic function by visualizing the cheetah usage on the cables. The cheetahs appear as lit colored lines that run along the black stripe on the cables, giving you an understanding of how your cheetahs are being used on your network. For regular smart cables, the first 4 cheetahs show as lines matching the color of the cable. The next 4 show as white lines. For dense smart cable, each stripe represents 4 channels. On networks with an ME controller, the lines on the cable show the exact path the cheetahs take. Smart cables on ad hoc networks will instead show the number of cheetahs in use network-wide instead of the number of cheetahs following through that specific cable. These can also be colored the same. I don't care about color. Take the word color and throw it out the window. Aesthetics are not the name of the game. Okay, so we need the covered cable for dense. Got it. Okay. So I wanted to build this network up here so it doesn't touch anything down here. My number 1 rule of thumb is we don't replace anything until we are satisfied it works. So I'm gonna grab 2 smelteries. Now I'm gonna need co-processing on every floor. I was hoping to have co-processing on 1 floor, but that might be a fun, I wouldn't say challenge, but that might be an interesting thing to do. So we're gonna have 2 smelting, 1 smelting factory. Let's keep this real tight. Let's keep this real tight. We can always expand later once we understand the theory put into practice. But right now, I think we're still in like the theory phase. We're still in the generalistic prototyping idea of like, how does this work? How does this connect? Oh, it connects like that. Hey, that works really cool. Like that's kind of where we're at right now. So the idea ultimately is we're going to come right about here. There's that. This is going to be our penguin provider. Our penguin provider is going to have these 3 things. You are going to get removed. Auto eject is on. There's your energy. There's your input and your output. All right. Simple so far. I'm sitting. How are John? How are you guys? John are good. John may have actually slept all right last night. For the first time ever. I woke up, and I know my circadian rhythm's back on track because I wake up literally 2 minutes before my alarm. No matter what I set the alarm for, it feels like. I woke up at 5:58 this morning. My alarm is set for 6. Gives me time to wake up, work out, shower, tussle with the cats a little bit, get them all fired up and stuff. And then we have breakfast, and then I sit down and we do the streaming. So it works out really well, I think. I'm happy with it. So yeah, I'm actually feeling all right. Because I'm doing all right. I'm really, whenever I have energy, I get very, very, very sing-songy. Like, you'd suck. What was today? I think I'm still stuck on Incubus, the Science album. I've been singing just off and on A Certain Shade of Green for whatever reason, I don't know why. Yesterday was also Incubus. I think the day before was They Might Be Giants. The day before was Scissor Sisters. The song's I Can't Decide. I can't decide whether you should live or die. Though you'll probably go to heaven. Please don't hang your head and cry. It's no wonder why my heart feels dead inside. It's cold and hard and petrified. Lock the doors and close the blinds. We're going for a ride. Get very sing-songy when I have energy, and I irritate everybody. I don't think I've met a single person who's like, you know how you sing and you like to just break into song for no reason? If you could do that more often, I'd really enjoy it. I don't think I've ever had that. Oh, I could throw you in the lake and feed you poison birthday cake, and I won't deny it, I'm gonna miss you when you're gone. Oh, I could bury you alive, but you might crawl out with a knife and kill me when I'm sleeping, that's why. Just, yeah. The crafting coprocessors. What is the crafting unit? I think the crafting unit is just 90% of the reason I hang around for music references. Hot dang! I can DJ for a bit. So what was today? Today's Incubus, A Certain Shade of Green, off the Science album. I don't know why. It's just when I wake up, my brain is already locked in. And it's like, hey, you know how you hate that one song? And the other side of my brain's like, uh-huh. And the other side, because there's 3 sides or whatever, is like, I'm gonna sing the Doom song now. And it was like, the Doom song from Invader Zim would be dope, but what do you have me singing now? You know that song you kind of liked as a teenager? I'm like, that super helps. We're gonna sing that all day. Damn it! Okay. What I needed to know is crafting unit. Crafting storage, I know I need. Crafting unit simply fills space. That's what I wanted to know. So we have the crafting storage, which is required, and the crafting coprocessor make the system send out ingredient batches more often by making the CPU tick faster. This allows them to keep up with machines that process quickly. An example of this is a penguin provider surrounded by molecular assemblers. We're not using assemblers yet. Right now we have an exterior or an external system. So we don't need. We will do crafting. We'll do 1 or 2 crafting coprocessors. So let's do one more. I don't think I need crafting storage. Let's do 2 crafting coprocessors. Yeah, sorry, it was in my inventory. This should just transform and roll out, right? Oh, that looks so dope! And you can tell because of the sheen of the colors. Okay. I think this might be all we really need for this floor. If we need to expand, we'll expand. But I kind of want this out of the way if possible. So, nope, that's not what yeah. Gariza treasure, and always will be. God, I love this. Oh man. It's almost like you stupid-proof the system. Unfortunately for you, I'm kind of a stupid. So as we build out the network, the cool thing that we can remember is this happens. I guess it doesn't... Yeah. Do the thing? I don't actually know how... Oh, do I click on it? Ah, there you go. You click on it. So, if ever you're going to work into AE, my recommendation is build this, the network analyzer, or you can use smart cable. We have 8 channels coming out this way. We have 8 channels per face, right? Or 32. I'll have to check again. But I'm using a cable that has a bandwidth of 8. A threshold of 8? A bandwidth was correct. Not throughput. It's a bandwidth of 8. So as we're going, we're going to be able to get, hopefully, a lot done. I'll need to entangle the drawers and put that here. And most likely figure out how to put that stuff in the thing. But there's that. You already have dash speed. You have dash speed. We have the crafting thing over there. I'm going to go get some stuff. We don't actually have any storage here. I don't know why grout works and sand doesn't. It boggles my mind. Okay. Here's the drive. Here's some storage. You can just have this other one too, it doesn't matter. Let's give that a switch. Being able to hot swap drives is something of a weird vibe. Like in normal consumerism PCs, like right now if I pulled out a hard drive, that would be a problem. It's mounted in Linux. Like, I mean, it has a path. Like anything that was mounted there, guess what? It's gone now. That sucks. In a consumeristic situation, it's not. It just still gives me weird vibes. Whoop, drive out. I know it's a video game and blah, 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 but like I still have a knee-jerk reaction of, hey, how about don't do that? Okay, now let's see if this works. Like a boss. Okay. 20? Is that where we're at? So now we have these coprocessors. We have 2 coprocessors. Let's see how this works. Okay. The coprocessors do exactly what they say on the tin. It ticks faster. Done. There you go. Awesome. So now, I would like to test my other theory to see if that is something that can be done. So I'd like to now pull these out. Yeah. Oh, man. I used to have, way back when, in the olden days, I had what was called a Bigfoot drive. And it was massive. It was, honestly, it was... What's a good thing I can compare it to? If you took a regular hard drive now, a regular, what are they, 3 and 1/4? Whatever, 3.5, whatever they are. If you doubled it widthwise, if you put 2 normal hard drives right next to each other, it was about that wide. And if you stacked the hard drives up above each other, like, you know, one and then one up, it was like 1.5 that way. It was gigantic. It was flat, and the plates were huge. So every time you turn on the PC, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was the spin down, because it took so long to spin down. All the other drives were like, and then you could hear the aperture lock. But the big one took ages. It took ages for it to just... It's just like, oh my god. How this computer doesn't whip itself into an idiot frenzy is beyond me. What were we I was doing a thing. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I was getting another smeltery. The Quantum Bigfoot series is a type of hard disk drive produced by Quantum Corp, 1996 through the late 90s. Bigfoot series notable for deviating from... Yeah, it was weird. There was no way to mount it. So that was a duct tape. That was a duct tape situation, so it would at least be affixed to something. Yeah, it was banana pants. It was absolutely, no joke, banana pants. Okay, so this is another test I wanted to do. I want to see if we can output to the advanced smelting factory via tubes, so I can have a bunch of these and still have one channel. So the idea ultimately is You get popped. You instead go here. Now you can have this back. Thank you kindly. Now, yeah. I know how I want this laid out, it's just the problem is I'm flying. I'm sad because I'm flying. Alright, Strong said, take it down a notch. Okay, that looks like that. So, the only thing now we're limited to is the throughput of this thing. So I don't know how fast this is gonna chuck. But we'll see. So now, power, front is in, bottom is out. Do I have my other card? Hold on, I gotta find my card. Cripes, I don't have the slightest idea where I left that. Excuse me. I got the hiccups. I got so excited I got hiccups. Hey! Sorry, did I say I don't have the slightest idea? I mean, I know exactly where it is. Yes, sir. Alright. So, ideally, I've changed... What I've changed is how this thing extrapolates. So now, how much stuff... Extrapolate's not the right word. I would like 60 black brick. Thanks. Alright, well, that worked. That totally worked, so now it's just pulling out of the machine. So here's the thought, right? Here's the idea. I need 1,000, 10,000, 20,000. I need thousands stuff. How do we represent scale? And this almost seemed to work. This was overflowing with even 8. So we're gonna do the thing I said. So goodbye, goodbye. I'm gonna go get a whole mess of grout. And I'm gonna order a few hundred stacks of thing. I like to do these little stress tests when I can, I guess. When I feel at least a little confident in a process. Okay, I'm full up. And we've got some drives going on, so this will be great. Oh my god. Raining. Who designed the rain in Minecraft? It's a nice aesthetic, but it's raining all the time. I don't need the rain, I'm good. Alright, you can have all this, which we should have more than enough space for. So I want 712. I want the full thing. Have at. Yeah, it's actually overflowing a bit, which is not a bad thing. So here's 8 more. Yeah, we're slowly getting behind. 2 of these is perfect. I don't need 3. Now, we still have 300 and something that could be pushed faster. So, what about this? Does that do better? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yup. So now, with this kind of throughput, yeah, that's freaking dope. That's freaking dope. So good. Okay. That happens, that goes away. So it keeps this nice... Oop, sorry. Sorry, I messed up the one thing you needed. So how are we doing now? I still have 300 on the way. Now, what's going to also happen, because of this system, is once... one smelting factory is going to be in use all the time. Right? Which is fine. I don't need the work balanced, but what I do want is to now order like 1,000 glass. Yeah, and hopefully the other ones kick on. So if we get multiple jobs going, that's where this is going to shine. To which I don't give a rip how it gets done, as long as it gets done. None of the crafting CPUs are suitable for this job. No crafting CPUs are available. Are both CPUs in use? Co-processing unit, crafting storage. The storage doesn't super matter in this case. So this is kind of what I need to figure out, is I was hoping I could do multiple jobs at the same time. Pattern provider. Okay. So I'm missing a core concept here, which is fine. Crafting unit. Okay, crafting CPUs can manage crafting jobs. They restore intermediate. Each crafting CPU handles one request or jobs. If you want to request both a calculation processor and 256 smooth stone at once, you need 2 CPU multi-blocks. Oh. Okay. It's the multi-block. So the size of the multi-block predicates how big of a job it can handle, whereas the quantity of things you have it shows how many individual jobs it can handle. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm gonna build another one just like that. Okay, I would like 2 crafting coprocessors. I need some 4K. We are out of Certus quartz, which we definitely should not be. See, this is busted again. What if I remove that? What if I remove that? Huh. I fixed this before. Was I just moved 1 silicon and called it a day? 1 entirely? Now it's working again. It just has too much of a good thing? I don't get what the deal is with that, but whatever. Okay, you can have that for now. I wonder why that's ultra busted. I thought we determined it wasn't speed upgrades. Oh, yeah. Oh, 'cause oxygen. Yeah, alright. It was the oxygen, baby. Right, I keep forgetting this is a thing I have to care about. And you have full speed. Effect 256 times. Alright. That do. Oh, don't dump excess of that. Eee! Oh. I don't know what I did, but that really sped things up? You're getting water from somewhere and dumping the water... Dumping excess. Oh, it's being consumed. Oh, yeah, now we're actually getting somewhere. Okay. Kind of. We need way more water, which I'm not going to worry about that right now. Anyway, can I has? Thanks. Cool. I kind of feel like that was a huge boost. So I was trying to develop something here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops. I guess that's all we get. You have more of these for me? Nope. 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 Okay. Boo. For smelting, probably the 4Ks are a little heavy. I could probably do it in 1K, but I also am of the mind I'd like to be as far ahead of this as possible. Let's do a little bit of crafting. You can have this. This gets sorted. Alright, what are we missing here? Reinforced alloy, refined obsidian ingot, atomic alloy, Certus dust. We're good on that. We're not good on a couple things here. I'm gonna take this because I needs it. I'm gonna take this skystone dust because I don't needs it. I need the silicon press. That one. You go in there. Have a birthday. You're making that forever. I'll take all that, thank you. It'll reload into the system pretty quick, so I'm not worried about it. I don't know. I don't remember what I need this wacky dust for. You just pop into there, that'd be great. Alright, you're missing diamond. So we have these printed circuits. And I think you pop into there? Oh, number go up, so that's doing something. It's most likely making the engineering processors. For the 1K whatever I need calculation processors. Okay, well, I know what's missing here. Those things. Easy. We have more of this. Easy, there you go. Good stuff. Alright, so that gets us a little further down the line. Hey. Inscriber Logic Press. What was your deal? Logiper. Logiper. A not-so-mysterious cube. So far, no matter how close. What is this? Block of iron turns into more presses. That's cool to know. I think, yeah, we were doing printed logic circuits, which I don't know if I have any gold anymore. We'll go make some more gold. Oh, copper dust, actually. Our copper is so strong, doesn't even matter. Where's our... Ah. Okay. BRB, y'all. This will make about 2/3 of a stack, maybe? Okay. Nope, wrong floor. My bad. Wait. What are you doing? Nothing right now. What are you doing? You can have... No. You can have this, though. Gold? Yeah, hot dang. You're working on more fluorite. I'm going to guess... Fluorite? Fluorite. Okay. Well, I was going to get it wrong no matter what. What does this turn into? Hold on, I gotta crack some knuckles real fast. Okay. Sorry. Polonium pellets? Plutonium pellets. Okay, so something about atomics. Fluorite ore. Fluorite. Oh, the chemical crystallizer, the muffling upgrade. Fluorite block gem mold. Is this it? This can't be just it. Oh, it gets quantum compressed into pure precious matter. A replicator enclosure. And you're not going to tell me after that. Okay. Oh, this is AE2 stuff. Maybe? Okay, too rich for my blood. Either way, the answer is it's not going to hurt if I keep pulling off little chunks of that so we have it at the ready. Okay, there's more gold. Need the smeltery do? Yeah, real fast. Brr. Okay. Nope. Yup. Yep, okay. You get a stack of this. I'll take that. Okay. Can I make the thing I want to make now? Probably not. AE2, 1K. Oop. Need one of these. Nope, I'm missing a logic processor. Gold, silicon, red. Gold, silicon, red. There's the gold. This is not that. That is that. Yep, number go up. I'll take that. You probably need some of this. Yep. Okay. Take that. Have that. You need more silicon? I think I've got a bunch right here. Yep, show does. You can have that. I don't have a gold silicon red machine. I think I was cranking out this. So we'll wait till that gets done. Then I can move on with more stuff. Were there any more of those circuits or whatever that I've got kicking around here? Thank you for the hydrate and stretch. Headdad, are you... Headdad said, are you streaming right now? I checked and I didn't think you were. We're gonna check again. They are not. Aw. Womp womp. Not yet. Okay. For the... Well, let me know when you are, and then we'll do a shout out. And then folks can check out some hot Captain of Industry action. Yeah, we rated you at the 10-hour mark? 10.5-hour mark? Yeah. It was really cool to hang out. I went and I made some food for the cats and myself. And then I came back and I was just munching, just enjoying the show. It's very, very cool. Man, the stuff you've done with that base. 16 hours? Sweet butts. Sweet butts and hams. Katiana, welcome to the stream. Am I rebuilding again? I'm rebuilding with AE2. We have to get away from XNet. I found more crap that's busted. You see the finish of the second wall? No, I saw the finish of the first wall. And then I saw you putting in all the queued orders for flattening and excavating out the second side. So I did not see the completion of the second wall. What am I missing? Oh, yeah, right. The thing I'm missing that I'm waiting so patiently for, and I'm not really patient about it. I probably need a stack of this if I was to just shoot from the hip. And then I'm gonna guess I need some of this. Bazinga? Does that do it? Hey, it does do. Okay. Sure, if you want to drop a screenshot, sure, why not? I don't mind to share the work of others, and you've definitely put in the time for it, so I don't mind. Yeah. No, hold on, let me get... God, that looks so good and very painful at the same time. Sweet butts, man. Yeah, so this is Hat's base on their current run of Captain of Industry. And this goes back to what I was saying before is Hat does a really, really good job bringing the aesthetics and the function together, especially when it comes to a game like Captive Industry. We did stream together for a spell, and I found that I was just really pragmatic. Like I don't really care too much how it looks, and I'll do the looks later is always in my mind. But Hat does a very good job making stuff look hella crisp. That's really all I gotta say about that. Faux show. Tatiana, my new ore processing's all cut up. Just need aluminum and copper now. Hey, awesome. Can't see me doing it, but I'm doing a thumbs up. That's awesome. That's the good vibes. That's the good feels. Where did the... Yeah. Dude, I need a bunch of these, for gosh sake. Okay, now... 4K. I should have just done that before. 4K crafting storage. Okay, so now I have some coprocessors, some this, and I want to do the other tests. So I need grout. Cool, thanks. So now what should happen is once we build this, we should be able to run 2 jobs together. Together. Oh, looks nice. Looks so nice. In other words, Hat likes to waste his time on non-critical things. Well, you know how you, what's the wisdom of it? You eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth, right? Like, something should at least look reasonable. And then you can get psyched up for, oh man, I'm gonna have such a good meal, right? That's not unreasonable. Okay, so I want a 700 glass and a 700 brick job. A 500 brick job. This goes away. I want to uncomplicate this as much as that can go away. I want to uncomplicate this as much as possible. That goes away. That goes away. That goes away. I have some stone. Big deal. Why do you need the 2 colors? One is the coprocessor that makes the job process faster. This one. When you have a... No, it's cool. When you order a job, let's just say the job operates at 1 every 10 ticks. I'm just making up some numbers. It says, I need 500 smooth stone. Here's 1 stone. But I need to run this job 500 times. It'll take 500 times 10. It'll take 5,000 ticks. I'm just making up some numbers. The co-processing unit cuts that down from 10 ticks to 5 ticks. So if I say I want 500 smooth stone, it's not 500 times 10 now. It's 500 times 5. Because I have 2, again, I'm making up some numbers, it's not 5 ticks, it's now 2 ticks. So it makes the job process faster. Now what I could say is I could say I want 1 job of 500 bricks and put in the penguin processor. Whenever you need bricks, you do them in chunks of 500. But I don't want 500 bricks. I want 1 brick at a time. I want to be exacting. So this makes the job process much faster. That's what the co-processing unit does. The crafting storage isn't necessary for the kinds of jobs I'm doing right now because we're doing smelting. But this is what holds the transient items in between the process. So if I say, I want wooden gears, but in order to make wooden gears, I need to teach you how to take wood and turn it into planks. Planks go to sticks. Planks and sticks turn into gears. So there's a couple of steps. That interim item storage is what gets into the crafting storage. So it's not part of the ME system until the job is complete. So that's what those two things are for. I'm going to take a snooze real quick here because it is dork. It's dork. So the coprocessors, I could demonstrate that real easy. The coprocessors make the job go zoom. So I've removed all the coprocessors. They are optional. So this is just a crafting storage. I'm gonna request, I don't know, 100. Okay, so now it's moving quick, but it could be moving faster. It could be moving a lot faster, probably. Yeah, it could be moving a lot faster. So I'm just gonna look at this. You see how quickly the sand's feeding the system. Sounds good, Hat. So it's not really filling the machine. One smelting factory is fine because the throughput is not... Yeah, and there's all 100. Now, job complete. Yeah, you too, man. Appreciate it. And we'll give you a shout once you go live and folks can check you out as well. There's 100 glass done, right? Now I'm going to replace what we did with coprocessors. I doubt it. Manny's too good. Here's the coprocessors. Now I'm going to put in the same job for a hundo. So, hundo. Go. So now we'll check the thing. Now see number go up. It goes way faster because it's checking the job way, way, way faster. This better saturates the smelting furnace. So I hope that made sense as a demonstration perspective. But yeah, that's pretty much how that goes. So now I'm gonna intently watch at stream because I desperately want first. So we have one of these setups, which means this setup only allows for one job at a time. I want multiple jobs to be run, to be batched at a time. So now I can batch 2 jobs. Oh, hold on. Hold on. If Manny grabs first before I do, that's going to be insane. No! Who grabbed first already? What? What? I'm not mad. I'm genuinely confused. I don't know who grabbed first already. It's out of stock. Oh, there it is. Oh, thank God. All right. And ads. So we'll come back in a bit, but let's shout out Hat.Sat. If Captain of Industry is your jam, if automation and management and industry games are your jam, check out Hat.Sat. That is my personal whatever of approval. And I need some freaking lights here. This is stupid. I'm working in the dork for no reason. Okay, thank you. These immersive engineering lanterns are dope. Great, I don't care. So now, I should be able to get 2 jobs at the same time, yeah? Go away. Go away. So how much can I ask for? 550? Great. And how much of this can I ask for? 500? Okay, so there's our 2 jobs. Holy crap. Okay. Okay, yep. That's it. This is exactly what I wanted to see. So this keeps the throughput of 2 jobs. Or this has the capacity of 2 jobs. Whoop. No, my screen all tabbed. Why? Hold on. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so this is just gonna plow through this whole thing real dope. Now, I don't know how the queuing system works. Something's going to request more jobs than we have threshold for. Are you already done? But this works about what I was hoping for. So we have... Oh, you need some speed in your life, son. Get some speed in your life. Yeah, it's just slow or whatever. So this is great because this replaces that and that and that and a bunch of other crap. So that's the brunt of that. We're gonna wait for the jobs to finish. It shouldn't take, yeah, it shouldn't take long. Oh, cool. That's Oh my god, I almost want to weep. That is so good. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know what else to say. I could just watch numbers go up and down all day. This is fine by me. It's very OP. But the thing is, in a normal game, it does take a fair amount of consideration. In the normal game, those presses that we've made are normally found here. These are asteroids that have fallen, and you get the press. And the thing is, like, it's also really expensive. We have hot and cold running diamond. We have gold. We have all the sand we could eat. We have a lot of stuff automated. So this looks like we're just kicking this in. It's like, man, this is too cheap. It's cheap because we came to the party prepared. So under normal circumstances, it requires diamond, redstone, like you saw what it is, and I'm like just shift clicking, like bam, stacks of diamond, who cares? But it is pricey, but it's very worthwhile. Yeah. If you can get a real good ME system going, it's absolutely banana pants. It's absolutely banana pants. So let's take a look at our network register. We are currently using 5 channels. Those two take, yeah, so just to explain, this takes a channel, this takes a channel, the drives take a channel, and we're not going to be using the drives really. This takes 1 channel. The crafting terminal takes a channel. We're eating 5 out of 8 channels. Now, we could also do this, and this is another 8 channels. So with very little like networking understanding or networking knowledge, this mod isn't really that intimidating if you can understand how the channel system works. 5 channels, man. I got 134 on my cable. Oh, we can do some wacky crap. We can get way more than 5 channels. But still, man, I haven't had a TV in so long. Like just straight television. Everything's internet. I have no smart stuff in my house. I don't have any of that cool stuff. No, I want to get rid of things. I just can't control Q. Yeah. This all goes away. So, we add another chain, like smelting. Done deal. It's same, or we already have smelting. Infusing, we'll eat 1 more channel. So, what else can we replace? Yep, we already did these 3. That's done. What other smelting things? Infusing, compressing, fusing, compressing, purification, infusing. What other straight smelting things are we doing? I don't know if there's anything else. This is smelting. Yep, energized smelter. I'll take that. I'll take that. Thank you. Are you smelting? No, you're energizing. Okay, enriching, whatever. All the smelting stuff. I just bit my tongue. Ah! Why? I've had a tongue longer than I've had teeth. Ow, damn it. Oh, that's smarts. Oh, processing. There we go. Oh, no, it does not produce 32. This, actually, that's one thing I want to talk about. This whole thing doesn't handle infinite crafts very well, except, and it does have some neat exceptions. It can do some really neat stuff. So if you have like 1 cobblestone equals 2 cobblestone, I think is the example that they say, it can handle such thing. But like you got to be careful for what's it called when something feeds into something else. Recursive. You got to be careful for recursive stuff, but all this is going to be really dumb and flat. Real easy. There's no smelting here. Well, not energized smelting. There's no smelting here. There's no smelting here. There's no smelting here. Wait. Yes, there's no smelting here. There is some smelting here. Energized. Purifying. Purifying. Crushing, crushing, crushing. Nope, it's all infusing. This is all infusing or purifying. Enrichment. Smelting. Osmium dust to osmium. I might pull that out as well. Metallurgic infuser. 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 Okay. So that is most of our smelting done. So now, just to get ahead of the game, I'm going to go check the Energized Smelter recipe book and see what other things it can do, because there might be some other cool crap I'd like it to handle. But this is one big chunk of our process done. So, Energized... No, that's not right. Ensme. Good old Ensme. What do you do, friend? Yup. Sand to smoother sand. Oh, terracotta. Bricks. Bricks would be dope. So, bricks. I don't care about any of that. Don't care. Don't care? That's if we want to go backwards? That's not helpful. That dough? Rice dough. Interesting. Terracotta. Okay, so far, bricks. That's if we want to go backwards. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't... I mean, it makes sense, just not what I need. I think the only real thing I'm going to add is bricks. A little bit of bricks. Just a little bit. Now, another thing we could do is we don't have to make ingots anymore. We could put all this dust to ingot recipe stuff in here and then just make it ad hoc. Or on demand, I guess I should say. Ad hoc's technically correct. Yeah, clay to brick. Clay to brick, that's what I want. Charcoal? No, I think... Wait, you can turn wool into charcoal? That's interesting. Terracotta, I don't need. If we want to make slagified glass, which I don't need. Deep slate, don't need. Nope. Heavy metal, which I still haven't dug into. I don't know what that does. It just rocks. I mean, that's all that does. Okay, it looks like clay is the only other pattern I'm gonna do right now, which is fine. It's dork again. I cannot wait to get away from these day-night cycles. We are looking for clay. That, and then brick. Brick. That looks like that. That looks like this. That looks like that. And that looks like this. Okay. So that is clay, redstone, glass, black brick, and smooth stone done. One more sanity check. Is there anything else? There is some smelting that's happening over here in the infinite processes, but I want to do this one step at a time. I think there's some smelting. Don't we double smelt it? Crush, enrich. No, we don't do any smelting. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I've purged the drives, correct? Ah, I'm not used to that being linked. Okay, drives are purged, correct. That comes with me. So we should be able to do this once we hook up the drawer entanglement, and then this will just figure itself out. Now, I need another pattern provider for a different kind of job. I'm gonna just throw this down here so it stays out of my inventory. It eats up too many slots. You're gonna be very similar in function. Actually, I need you to move over one, sorry. I'm indecisive. Oh no, who would have thought? This looks like this. This comes out like this, and then the machines, and then this feeds in like that. We got another ad break coming up in about a minute. I gotta remember to have it auto-say that. I keep forgetting to do that. There, not so dork. Now, what's something else that's easy in easy out. Smelting is always one thing in, one thing out. Energizing a thing, probably. Enriching? Enriching a thing is always one thing in, one thing out. That appears to be the case. So I'm going to go get some enriching factories. We're going to get 3 of them. And again, I'm keeping the old process intact. We're not changing anything. I mean, I'm not deleting anything. 1, 2, 3. Advanced enriching. Perfect. Do I have speedy boys? I need all the speedy boys I can get. Nope. Already burnt them all. Do I have any speedy here? Nope, that was fast. Speed ups. Speed... I guess that'd be special up if we're talking Pokemon, but we ain't. 1, 2, 2 stackaroo. A little good for me and a little good for you. Stackaroo. Alright. You. Hello? You. Get you some. Get you some love. There you go. Okay. Enriching factories. A little love for you too. Yep. Awesome. And a little love for you too. Awesome. Oop. That's not right. Love for you too. Awesome. Okay. That's all set up. Now this. Like that. Can I? Nope. Hee, got it. Come on. Come on. Get it? Yeah, we got it. Holy crap. Okay, wonderful stuff. Did I do that to the other side as well? I did. Fantastic. Okay. You are going to be cleared. Power. Front is in. Bottom is out. Easy stuff, yeah? Okay, can I has that guy? Injected configuration data of type blah 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 blah. Okay, let's get some pattern stuff going on here. What do you do? What are you doing? You're compacting? Fantastic. You're enriching. Enriching lives. It's diamond to enrich diamond. Okay, we're going to keep that in mind. You're a crusher. Smelting, smelting, smelting. Okay, other enrichers. Purification chamber. Infusing. Infusing. Compressing. Fusing. No, I need more enriching. There's more enriching going. Sounds good, Ben. Have yourself a delightful rest of your evening. I hope you sleep well, and thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the saying hi and popping in and stuff. Hope you have a good one, my guy. Enrichment looks like this. Yeah, much appreciate. Much appreciate. We have flintificated stuff. I'm gonna just get it revved up, even though we're not replacing anything right now. Enriched flint. Comes from flint. Is there any other enrichment going on? Simple solidifier, purifying. I think this is all just crushing, crushing, crushing. Infusing, we're not doing yet. Infusing requires 2 ins and an out, and I'm not ready for that yet. Nope, infusing. Enrichment, which I'm not tearing up osmium yet. Will do soon, but I want to do this in chunks. Pattern terminal. Encode. This is another processing pattern. So flint turns to energized flint. Commit. Thank you. That goes away. Goes away. It's cleared. I need diamond. Diamondium. That goes there. It doesn't matter. Whoop. It doesn't matter where it goes. Pattern. Okay. Thanks. And then I already have redstone. And redstone. Thank you kindly. Cool. There's that done. So now we've got the processing penguins for this. Boop, boop, boop. That gets skedaddled. And now we should have that on lock. Yeah? Right. I like when it's linked, and now I get too confused when it's linked. Did I already hit you all up? I forgot if I hit you all up already. Doesn't hurt to double check. Doesn't hurt to double check. And okay. That's it. That's all of our smelting, energizing done. Oh. So now, what am I thinking of? Okay. Crushing. Crushing is another one that is a one-stop shop. It should be. I think it is. It might be? Hold on a second. I'm gonna get out of my chair for just a minute to stretch. Okay, I'm back. Just a quick get up, move around, wash my hands while I'm doing it. Below my nose, because, oh my god, allergies or something. Okay, crushers. So we have one. I like how that, like, I'm threatening to have this all gut up and now it's working. Terrible. Okay. What other crushing things do we have? That's all smelting. Infusing. Compressing is different. Compressing's a lot like infusing. It's still, you're crushing. Yeah, let's do that. Coke dust. Full coke dust. Okay. Just sort this real quick. Do I not have? Yeah, I do. Okay, left to right, that's how that goes. Better for brain think, so I don't get confused, because golly, I'm gonna get confused. This is washing. This washes the red. It then smelts, and then it's energized. So we have redstone in the smeltery, right? Okay. So what should happen now in the system is we'll load up on... I guess the burnt stuff will just be a drawer slot, and then we'll just make it as quickly as we can. I'm looking for crushers. Nope. 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 Thank you for the hydrating straight. I should. I'm gonna do that right now. Ah, thank you. Oof. Thank you. Oh, man. Good stuff. Thank you. This is all busted. But this is stone, and then it's infused and then crushed like 3 times or something. What is this? Purifying. This is diamond, which I don't probably need anymore. Okay, I don't think I have a lot of other crushing things. Nope. Nope. I'm not touching any of that right now. But I think these are like the only 2 things I've got. So I do need some more patterns. Penguins. Ah, dang it. I need some more penguins. I need penguins and machines, dang it. It's penguins all the way down. What is a penguin modifier? Okay. A penguin modifier is a tool for bulk pattern modification. Right-click it to open its GUI. You can multiply, divide, processing penguins, input and output them out by pressing X. Original pattern. It also can clear all penguins. Contents turned into blank penguins. The division button only works when the amount is divisible. That makes total sense. I'm happy with our current I want one of a thing, do it. Yeah, I'm totally happy with that. But how do we make some blank penguins? Quartz glass. Okay. Boop. Boop. We don't have any quartz dust. I know we have a bunch. Yep. How about a stack? Hi. Can we try that again? Thanks, friend. First pattern should be making more patterns. That's fair. I haven't automated the AE2 stuff yet, though. Soon. Soon. But yes, so encoding terminal. This is somehow a lot easier than I remember it being, too. Like, the old system that I remember wasn't bad. It's just, there's a lot of UI changes to this that has made this just devastatingly easier, I feel. Again, not complaining. You can have that, and you can have this. I don't want that. I don't want that. Can I get some more obsidian? Nope. Nope. And I can't wait to tear all this out. And what was the other thing? Coke. Coal coke. The coal coke dust. Can I have that? Thank you. Oh, oh yeah, I do have the drives. How you doing? Burp. Okay, a little more coal coke. I'm very much of the mindset that I like to test something fully. Because once it's out of my brain, it's out of my brain. It doesn't... I don't care anymore. I've played a lot of real-time strategy games, and it's kind of been the mantra of that whole thing, is like, you only have a certain amount of time to fart around. So, for what little time you do have to fart around, make for very sure everything is working, right? So, you compartmentalize your brain think and how everything jumps around and everything, and that's kind of how it works for me. So when I set this into production and I get this all going on, I want to be very confident that I've set it up and set up correctly, so then I could just like mentally poo-poo it away. Like, oh yeah, it's totally working. Did you verify it? Yeah, I did. I can sleep or whatever. Don't worry about it. Because all too often what I'll do is I'll set up a system off of memory, question mark, and my memory is garbage. So, what were we talking about? Case in point. My memory is garbage. Okay, we have 8. I'm gonna move these terminals up to here. Okay, just real easy. Just want to get the game going. If I do stuff off of memory, it's more of a hazard to anyone that... Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. So I like to... I'll take a little longer. I'll do the verification steps. I don't mind it. I'm having a delightful time, and I hope you all are too. As always, give me a shout. Let me know. Is my audio too loud? Is the game audio not loud enough? Let me know if there's something I'm missing. I'd like to get it working if it's something I'm missing. That. And these are... Shout! Let it all out. These are the things I could do without. Come on. I'm talking to you, so come on. Crusher? Oh, I forgot what we were doing. Melting, yeah, crushers. Okay, so we'll get 3 crushers. I forgot how the rest of that song went. You gave them life, and in return they gave you hell. As cold as ice, go with your ice, ice, baby. I hope you live to tell the tale. My sinuses are all screwed up. I can't hit any of my notes. It's really sad. Ah. I actually like the Disturbed version of that one. There's a couple of Disturbed songs. They did also, I screwed this up. They also did, I can't think of it. There's another song that they did a cover of. And it wasn't bad. I kind of liked it a bit, but it did kind of tear away from the theme of the song. Whatever. Anyway. I did see Disturbed in concert, I don't know, 30 years ago, whatever. It was a good show. I didn't mind it. I think I liked the Slipknot show better, but it was still good. I had a tight group of friends. We went to all the shows we could in high school. The second one of us could get a vehicle, we drove to the next major city over, which was about an hour drive. We saw a bunch of stuff, man. Tenacious D, Disturbed, System of a Down, Lollipop Lust Kill, Slipknot. What else have I seen? Hatebreed. Gosh, there's been so many shows. Anti-Flag? Saw Anti-Flag. That was awesome. The only thing I haven't seen that I wish I could see was The Offspring. That was my favorite band for so long. Well, I guess it ain't easy doing nothing at all, oh yeah. But hey man, free rides just don't come along every day. That's all I could sing about that because there's a lot of swearing. There's just a lot of swearing. Okay, how you doing? Can you magic me up a wrench? Okay, something isn't correct. What did I put in the order for? Crafted 0%. Good. Oh, I know what I screwed up. I didn't do the mechanism side. I didn't set up any of this crap. Unequal configuration. Brother, you are right. Hold on. Yup. My bad. I'm sorry. Input. Output. Okay, well that was wrong. Input, output. Okay, hold on. Let's do a check. Is this online? We're only consuming 6 channels? That looks good to me. Do you has? You are trying to work? You've taken the cold coke. You've consumed the items. Well, not consumed, but like the items are somewhere. Does it show me over here? No, it just says it's online. It is scheduled. Available, scheduled. Okay, I messed something up. I'm unsure as to what. Pull. Locking mode. Nope. That all looks very correct. Hey, our first bottleneck or whatever. Look at that. That's plugged in. You do have the patterns. I know that the patterns are correct. Processing pattern. Produces 1 coke dust with 1 coal coke. That's correct. Crushing factory with speed upgrades. Front is input, bottom is output, power's on top. Is it eject? I don't think eject is the problem. Green, red, blue. Yep, that's correct. Green, red, yeah, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. If I set it up and just walked away. Hey, how come that's not working? Well, somebody's a ding-dong, that's why. We're going to cancel those jobs. Okay. Do the items just come back to the system? Happy and free? Yeah, they sure do. Okay. Alright. I messed something up. I messed something up. Messed something up. Messed something up. No. I messed something up. Oh, I'll do anything that you want me to do. Yeah, but I messed something up. You're a ding-dong. What happened? Ved, what happened? Is this the right thing? Hold on. Let's make sure I'm not completely losing my banana pants. Oh, I'm not looking through all that. Forget that noise. I'll do anything that you want me to do, yeah, but I can't go for that. Oh, it makes 4. Oh. Alright, that needs a change. So, sorry, I'm a liar, liar, pants on the fire. That everyone's a ding-dong. Everyone's a ding-dong. One of my favorite lines from Futurama. Oh. Middle click, modify amount. This is 4, actually. Okay. Now check the pattern. One of my favorite lines from Futurama. It was, I was between Bender and Fry, and I can't remember how it started, but Bender's like, everyone's a jerk. You, me, this jerk? And he points to another person behind him. The person's like, shrugs shoulders. It's just, I don't know why. It tickles me so much, but it does. Okay. Let's take a look at the... Oh, that's not how this works. Let's take a look at the coal thing again. Coal, coke. Is that also a 1 to 4, or is it a 1 to 1? That's a 1 to 1, so that was true. You can have that and that. Let's try this again. I would like... Just say I want 10 coke dust. Nothing's happening. That's probably not good. Okay, now I think I need an adult. We're not doing priority. Blocking, okay, so blocking mode, ignore, never, show, or whatever. I don't think I touched anything. Yeah? Yeah, I didn't touch any of that stuff. We're using 6 channels of 8 channels. Alright. Out of curiosity. Now it works? Okay, I removed a channel. It has nothing to do with channels. Okay, thank goodness for that. Huh. I think I'm just cursed. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that real fast. I literally cannot figure out what's going on. This might turn into a Vulcanoid speedrun if I can't figure this out. I can at least know I can beat Vulcanoids in under 3 hours, which is fun. Uh-oh. Let's just try that again. I can't go for that. I can't go for that. I can't go for that. No, no, I can't go for that. Oh, aha. I'll do it. Oh, that's the wrong screen. I'll do anything that you want me to do, yeah, but I can't go for that. Minecraft mods are such that, did it crash? Turn it off, turn it on again. Did it work? Oh, see, it worked this time, so. The point is to not get hung up on stuff I can't control, right? Try it again. Did it work? Try it again. Alright, 3 times is my limit. Now we're gonna go figure out something else. Yeah, weird ad indeed. No, I can't go for that. I can't go for that. I can't go for that. No, no, I can't. Ah, God, sorry. Okay, so that's done. Did this fix itself, or is this busted? It has a scheduled job. Dude, I can't figure this out to save my life. Okay, does the normal stuff work? I don't know. I'm gonna grab some sand. I'm gonna see if the normal stuff works, or if this is borked as well. Nope, I guess I'm not grabbing that. I'm not grabbing that either. Grout. Our old buddy Gearout. Now, another thing I'd like to test is if we have multiple jobs of the same ilk. What happens there? Just give me all the stuff. Hi. You can take all this. So I want black brick, 250. Yep. Now I want black brick, 250. How is this working? This is working fine. I'm actually a little irritated that this is working fine. Okay. I need an adult. Does anyone know how this mod pack works? Fine. Complete. Complete. Done. Awesome. Now I want coke dust. No, you're fine, man. No problem. Please enter a number or mathematical expression. Okay. 2x50. Oh, you actually want this. Okay, sure. 100. Thank you for doing the math for me. I couldn't figure that out. I think something is absolutely hosed in this mod pack. This should be working without a hitch. Okay. Calix or Katiana, are either of you here? I need an adult. Oh, man. Okay. We're trying one more thing, and then I'm just gonna be like, this is bananas. I'm just gonna remove this and put this here. Okay? My AE2 stuff is all borked, and I have no idea why. You gotta see this. You gotta see it because I don't believe it. So give me that. Give me that. My AE2 stuff is busted now. Okay. So, this has the patterns. It's just outputting it to a chest. It has no chance of completion. I don't care. I would still like 10 coke dust. Thanks. And now I should see 10 coke in here. Oh my god. It's the... Okay. So that worked? You saw that? That worked? Good stuff? Great. This is so insane. Okay, cancel the job. Over here, I have a crushing factory with the same stuff. Oh my god, I'm just gonna cry myself a sandwich and then go to bed. That works over there. It doesn't work over here? I don't understand what's wrong. So now, hello friend. Hey buddy. Hey buddy pal. Can I get 10 of this? Thanks. This will get done in 600 and... It's working now? Bullcrap. I hate this mod pack. I changed nothing. Yeah, I picked up this and I put this back after it worked over there and okay. It's fine. We're just gonna have to test the whole system again. Yeah, no, I needed the moral support. Thank you all for your help. No, it's fine. It's just it's hours. It's 60. It also wasn't working before. So here's this. Can I get 10 of this? I call bullcrap. This wasn't working. I call the highest of bullcraps. Okay, so I need a smelting thing and I need an enriching thing. I can't explain why it's working now. Okay, right. The grout's not coming up because the grout is busted. Somebody fact check me here that I'm not just losing my mind. Okay, bunch of that. Bunch of Groot. I don't understand what's happening, but something devastatingly simple is happening. No, I'm having a panic attack. Moo. All right. You can have this. You can have this. You can have this. I want to order 200 brick. Cool. Done. Works? Nope. Yes? Yes. Okay, that's fine. I want to order 200 coke dust. Yep. Works? Works. It's working now. I don't understand why it's working now. Yep, there's the brick working, and now we'll put in an order for enriching the flint. It'll complain because nothing's available. That's very helpful, thanks. Here's the problem. I don't know what's different. Crafting system online. It's all working now. I don't... Another memory leak? I don't get what's going on. So my problem is this might snap also at any moment. Man, talk about like the mortal coil, am I right? Jabbers McCribbers. Okay, so this is how this should work. Right? Right. 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 Okay. I'm going to bed. We closed the game, we opened it up, it crashed. We closed the game again, we opened it again, and now it kind of works. And the thing is, like, I'm the only one having these problems. It was Kira in here that was like, yeah, I didn't have any problems with the mines. I'm like, I can't build mines under -40 for whatever reason. Okay, so anyway, that's how that's supposed to work. So now what I need is a storage bus, which I'm confident I have somewhere. Controller, molecular assembler, the penguin provider, interface. Ah, storage bus. So now we're going to make another entanglement thing. And stuff should just freaking work. Nope. Do I have extras? Yeah, no doubt, right? So I went to CurseForge, and they're like, you could get the standard version that everyone else is using. I'm like, nah, John it up a bunch. And then it did, and now nothing functions, so I'm expecting it to function. I have Schrodinger's on me network, I swear. I need an entangled... I'm not even typing the right spot. It's not called an entangled block. It's called, entangled block... Oh, entangled block. There we go. Machine extender and telecores. Bunch of that. I have a box of machine extenders somewhere, I think. Dude, no one's gonna believe me. I get it. No one's gonna believe me. All this stuff is busted. I need to play on a server where I could be like, point at thing, this borked, and then someone can just fly over and be like, oh yeah, that's Chicken Biscuits borked. Thank you. I appreciate the solidarity. What am I short on? It's the... I know what we're short on. It's what this is made with. I'm sure if I look up ravioli, I'm not going to find what I'm looking for. So, what was it in an inscriber? Telecores. Right. That's why I wasn't making a ton of these, because teleportation cores are low-key kind of expensive still. Have one of these. Alright. How do I make more teleportation cores? It was in here. Advanced technium ingots. Right. That's still busted. Right. I gotta figure out why that's busted. But first, let's get our new generation assembling online. Hi. Where's my entanglement fork? Where's my whack-a-mole stick? Not in my inventory. Not in there. It might be over here. Nope. Nope. Yes. Okay. Alright, we're getting there. Slowly and slowly, we're getting there. So this is the ceiling already. So we are going to just pop that off. And this goes like this. And that needs to be removed. Oop, come on now. So what we've done now is this is for blanket orders. Stuff that we want. What I don't have is a way to say... What the heck are you doing? Okay, that's a lot of fun. Thanks for that. What I don't have at this moment is a way for us to say, I want this amount of stuff all the time. Which is a little dicey. The other stuff we have is going all the time. That's something I need to figure out. So the bus. Where's the bus? Oh, it's down here. Ha ha. Requester. That's what I want. Thank you. Okay. So attached to storage. Level emitter. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. Or the requester. Yeah, I'll take a gander at that. Thank you. So what should happen is this can go away now. So let's purge out the drives again. Oh, are your jobs still running? Oh, yeah. There's nowhere to put it. Okay. Level emitter doesn't take channel. I use them a lot. Oh, that's very handy. Alright. So, you can now read all the stuff. Okay. What's something that isn't working? And this is impossible to read. Okay, that's fine. Let's figure out why technium ingots aren't functioning. Because I'd really like this to be functioning. You're missing a what? Crushed steel. Oh, yeah, all the stone doesn't work. Right. I've said that like a billion times, and I keep forgetting how many billions of times I keep saying it. Because, please see earlier in the conversation, bad attention deficit cheese disorder, whatever. I'm just gonna go jumpstart the process so we can get it going on. Or combine with the redstone card on the importer. Okay. It is regular stone or compressed stone? What jumpstarts this? Regula stone. Not you. You. Okay, I'll be back. We're gonna do 1 or 2 runs of this. There we are. Okay. Good? Great. A little more manual work, and I think we'll be back up to... Oh, that's empty. Yeah, it's gonna take a hot second for that to all feed through. Okay, now, there's nothing in here. which means it looks like it's actually being whisked away to the next stage. I mean, this is fine for troubleshooting. The real idea was stone is not transferring the way I expect it to, but that's one piece of the puzzle. We could fix that with an exporter and importer if I so chose. I might so chose. Yep, there we go. Now you're working. Okay. One more stone run. There should be quite a bit of stone backed up, hopefully. Oh yeah, brother. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, brother. Okay, that's all 8 machines filled to the gill, right? Nope. Okay, well, that's gonna catch up anyway. Okay, one more hit and that should be it. Now it's just catch-up mode. There we go. Yeah, our throughput's really, really good. Like, I designed this so it would be really heavy on the intake all the time. But yeah, it's just frustrating that it's sometimes just meh. I don't like you. Fine, I don't like you either. There we go. Hurt feelings all around. Bartender, can I get another order of hurt feelings all around? Thanks, bruv. Okay, and since I don't want to wait here for this, just open up another tab. One more hit. Okay, and then I'm done. Whatever's in there is whatever's in there. I'm hoping that gets me a couple of ingots. So I can make more wacky tobacco teleportation sauce. Wacky tobacco teleportation sauce. There we go. Alright. That'll keep that going for a hot minute. Now, to see if it actually works. No, it's not here. Hey! Oh my god. It kind of works. I can't express how exhausting this is. But of course, it isn't that exhausting because I am laughing about it. Come on, man, number go up. There we go. It's doing it by the stack or whatever. I'm gonna grab my speed mods. I'm impatient a bit. Hi. Thanks. Just like one machine maxed out would be perfect. Here I was like, we're not gonna max out the machines because we want expandability later if I wanna blah blah blah, and this would be a good test for us to blah blah blah. But now it's like nuts to all this. Modesty is far passe. It's time to just... Hey, you want some turbo pants? Who doesn't love turbo pants? There's some freaking turbo pants. You want some turbo pants? Man, I can't imagine anyone who doesn't like turbo pants. There, take all that. You. Turbo pants. Turbo pants, the reckoning. Turbo pants, this time it's personal. Turbo pants 3 in 3D. Turbo pants 4, back for more. Turbo pants, whatever. I am gonna drink all this water in a second here. Okay, so that is crushed deep slate, right? Cobbled turned crushed, beautiful. Okay. You just gotta hit him with the turbo pants. That's all you gotta do. I'm gonna go get another thing of stone. Okay. Okay, now it's water o'clock. I might legitimately run out of charcoal, which is fine. I'm assuming charcoal works. I haven't seen the number jump up. I haven't seen the number jump up at all. Nope, I'm gonna have to go get a run of charcoal probably. Oh, my back. Alright. Let's go do a hit of charcoal. Unless it's 100% swamped by diamond, which it could be. Nope, I don't see the furnaces running, so I'm gonna assume it's full up. Which would be a delightful surprise. If I went all the way up, got a ton of charcoal, and then also went all the way down, and it was like, oh yeah, also you've got all the diamond you could eat. Fantastic, because I can't really digest this stuff. Okay. You're not getting any... None of you are getting any, what? Oh, I guess... That's maybe alright? Just jumpstart this a little bit here. I guess I could have just taken it out like that. Okay, overproduce a little bit for me if you could. Ah. Losing my mind only a little bit at a time. At this current rate, I won't have any left. Oh, we burned through all that stone already. Holy crap. Yup. I keep saying like one more hit, one more hit, one more hit, but yeah, our stone throughput is dope. Yeah, I don't mind a little sneaker net action. That's fine. I'm hoping to go down and get like a dozen of the advanced technium. That would be awesome. I should actually, you know what? I should see if there's an update for this. Now that I've been messing around so much. Let's see. What version? Updated 3 months ago. Okay, nope. Fair enough. Worth a check. Worth a check. Oogsy, good day. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing swell. Oh, I'm out of charcoal again. Okay. If I can guarantee like 95% of the work isn't something I'm doing and I'm only doing 5% by running crap around, fine. In pain, was it work? Did work give you the business? Give me their number, I'll mess them up. Nobody messes with Uxie. This needs to be split, yo. This is how we do it. Yeah? Alright. Well, I'll still take some phone numbers. I'll make some calls. I don't have any clout or authority. Like, this isn't like, do you know who my father is? It's not, I don't, no, it's nothing like that. But I'll still give him a stern talking to. What are you doing over there? Chicken stuff? Yeah? You got someone on your team named Uxie? Cut them some slack sometime, huh? Knock it off. Alright, so that's now stacked full. This is still pulling not even as quickly as it can. So there's definitely some throughput stuff going on. Is that the deep slate? What are you? Deep slate, okay. Man, the chickens. You can have this. I like I said, I don't really mind hand feeding some stuff just to get the process going. And I need advanced technium if I'm going to continue down ME, so here we go. Wow, you blast through that fast. The cobbled deep slate is pulling at the right rate. And that is empty, so that's clearly pulling at the right rate. Okay, cool. Any guesses as to how much technium we have? I'm gonna say we have 8 ingots. I'd be pretty happy kind of with 8 ingots. 5. Oh. Oh, that hurts. Actually, I bet you any money lead and other stuff is picking up the thing. Okay, so back to stuff. I need a level emitter, a requester. Let's take a look at those things, because like I said, it's been a while. AE2 level. Oh, a level emitter. Okay. Nope. Added a second there. There we go. The level emitter emits a redstone signal depending on the quantity of an item in a network storage. There's also a version that emits a redstone signal depending on the energy stored in the network. Items and fluids can be dragged to the slot from the JEI even if you don't actually have any of that item. Right-click with a fluid container, like a bucket, to set fluid as a filter instead of the bucket or the tank item. Okay. They are cable subparts. Unlike other devices, level emitters do not require a channel. The level emitter can be set to either greater than, equal to, or less than modes. When a crafting card is inserted, it can be set to emit redstone while item is crafting, or emit redstone to craft item. The level emitter supports the following upgrades. Enables the crafting functionality. Okay. If a crafting card is inserted, the emitter will be switched into crafting mode. This enables two options. First option is emit redstone while item is crafting. Makes the emitter emit a redstone signal while your auto crafting is crafting some specific item through the ME Penguin providers. It is useful only for turning on specific power-hungry automation setups while they're actually being used. Oh, that's really smart. The second option, emit redstone signal to craft item, is extremely useful for specific use cases like infinite farms and automation setups that only have a chance of making output instead of a guaranteed output. The setting creates a virtual pattern for auto-crafting to use for whether item is in the emitter's filter slot. For correct functionality, an actual penguin for the same item should not exist in your penguin providers. That makes sense. This penguin does not define or even care about the ingredients. All it says is if you emit redstone from this level emitter, the ME system will receive this item at some point in the near or distant future. This is usually used to activate or deactivate infinite farms which require no input ingredients, or to activate a system that handles recursive recipes, which standard auto crafting cannot understand. Like, for example, 1 cobblestone equals 2 cobblestones if you have a machine that duplicates cobblestones. Okay. Okay. Oh, remember, we're saying penguins instead of patterns, because I said the word pattern so often I don't remember what that word means. Still 5. That's disappointing beyond belief. But that's okay. That doubles it down a little more for me to automate some stuff. So I'm going to get my gear back. Thanks for playing. Oh, I needed the stuff for teleportation cores. That's what that was about. And the telecores, I'll take that. You need more of this in your life. Let me guess, are we stuck again? Oh, we're actually full up. Hot dang, look at that. I'm surprised myself. I'm surprised myself. Alright, now. Now. Oh, yeah, right. Take that. Thanks. Nugget. Where did it go? Oh, it's in my inventory. Haha. This goes there. Stay there. Okay. What I want is a level emitter. I don't have sticks. Okay. Well. Okay, we got 20 of that. The other thing that was stated was a requester. Or that must be the level emitter. Captain, is that what you were thinking of? Requester or something like that? It's a keep it in stock. Oh, Ooksy, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Sorry, I was scrolling up to make sure I got all the things folks have been saying. So now, we're going to give this a try. What is our normal smooth stone process? We have smooth stone. Do we have stone in here? We don't. Okay, Could be requester is the block in refined storage. Oh. My torque motor? Be good if I spelt it right. ME requester. Okay, let's see what this is. Aw, you guys are great. Thank you for all the support. Okay, an add-on mod allows you to keep items and fluids in your ME system in stock. To get started, place a ME requester and connect it to your network. Make sure to connect it to the same network your auto-crafting logic is located in. It could host your crafting CPUs and ME pattern providers. In order for ME requesters to function, you need to make sure that the items or fluids you want to keep in stock have a pattern. It can also be crafted if you request them as a player. It'll only automate the requesting itself. Crafting is handled by the ME system. Great. Agreed. When opening the ME requester for the first time, you'll see an overview of request settings. The number of slots a single block can host is adjustable in the config. Each row of the GUI represents an individual request. The checkbox to the left toggles the request configuration on that row. When a request is disabled, no checks will run, and the stock of your request will not be maintained. This can be used to temporarily disable specific requests to prevent the ME requester from emitting craft jobs while you're still making changes to a row. In the second column, you can specify what you want to keep in stock. The slots are ghost slots and will not hold actual items. When dragging an item to the slot, you can use right-click to set the amount to 1, or left-click to set the amount the stack you're dragging has. When dragging a bucket with a fluid, I don't care about that. Amount to stock. The next input specifies the batch size will be requested once the current stock is blah, 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 blah. Submit status. Okay, I think that's worth experimenting on. So, the request system. The requester, did I make one? I didn't make one. I can't make one. Okay. I'm flying. Can I have one of these? Nope. Crafting co-pros. No! Wait. Yes! I don't need diamond. I don't need fluix. Okay, good stuff. Oh, I need an amethyst shard? A super empowered crystal? What the crap? Oh my god. What is all this? What is this stuff? Alright. Okay, how do we make a reaction chamber? Hellish. Okay, we can't do that for a long time. Okay, that's fine. It's annoying, but that's fine. Man. That toads the wet sprocket for real. Oh, I can only sleep when it's thunderstorm or rainy towns. Okay. Okay, well, whatever. I'm not angry. Get out of here. Okay. Good stuff. Let's try these emitters. They don't take a signal, so that's actually pretty cool. Okay. Level emitter. Okay, I'm supposed to add a crafting card to this. Level emitter doesn't take a channel. Okay. Oh, I see. So let's say... not enriched flint. Oh, enriched redstone. I was hoping I could find it pretty quick. There it is. So, emit when levels are above or equal to limit. Emit when levels are below limit. Let's say 200. Now I think I need a crafting card. I think I need a crafting card to trigger the crafting. Hold G to open guide. Okay. Oh, redstone card? Add redstone control. Crafting cards let device send crafting requests. Excellent. That's what I want. Emit redstone when item is crafting. Emit redstone to craft item. Okay, so now I'm gonna shut off. Is this enriched? Yeah. I'm just gonna shut this off. Thanks. Thanks. And then I know, it's a gigantic waste. Okay, it didn't flip out. How do I set this? Pattern encoding terminal. That doesn't do anything. I must have missed something. Hold on. Crafting cards are crafted. Crafting cards let the device send crafting to your auto-crafting system. Patterns. Yep, we figured that out. Pattern provider, or penguin providers. Molecular assemblers. Okay. That didn't really answer my question. We got an ad break happening right now? I didn't even get the notice for it. Sage. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what about a... level emitter? Level emitter emits a redstone signal. Yep. Yep. Upgrades. Crafting card. Enables the crafting functionality. Okay. Emit redstone to craft item. That's what I want. Is extremely useful for specific use cases. Instead of a guaranteed. Okay. This pattern doesn't define or even care about the ingredients. All it says is if you emit a redstone from this level emitter, the enemy system will receive this item at some point in the near distant future. It's usually used to make... Yeah. Huh. We have access to all the redstone we could eat. Did it take it as a job? We can cancel that one. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. In AE2, certain devices and components can be placed on cables in the same block. It is useful for compact setups. Shift right clicking with a Certus quartz wrench or network tool can break a single subpart or the cable off without breaking everything in that block. Okay, cute. So I want 200 of this. Crafting card. There's no other options that have popped up. Emit redstone to craft item. Let's see if there's a tutorial on this part. The torch replace a lever that turn on and off a farm. Oh, so how do I get it to make... Oh, so I guess it... Or a machine. Oh. Oh, so it doesn't work this way. Oh, it's specifically just redstone. Okay. Okay, so this runs redstone to whatever other process that crafts stuff. Okay, so this doesn't do what I thought this did. Okay. No, I need that. Thank you. How do you make a dust mold when you can't make dust? Can you use a grinder? Do you have Crank, do you have access to a grinder? I think I know what part of the quest line you're in. Hold on. Where does it say? Not yet. Hang on, I'll help you out here. Coal is an egg. That's an egg. That's a nugget. I think it does say dust, and I think it's part of the tech tree. Yeah, here. Purifying salt mulch? I think you can use that. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. There is a part where it expects you to have dust. I'm trying to find, here it is. Salt. If you get to alloy it, this is where the game expects you to have the dust mold. Is salt. And salt comes from blast bricking sand. So under alloy it is like the first time the game at least expects you to have thing. I don't know if you can make it before this point. Now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Hector won't do it. And you don't have the mold at this point. You don't have the mold at this point. There's nothing dustified before this. I don't think. Yep, there's nothing organic that becomes dust. This doesn't require or make any dust. Yeah. So yeah, to answer your question, it is alloy it. Right at the top. Right there. That'll get you. That'll get you. Okay. So, back to this. Calyx, you were saying something. Let me go to bed. I'll read the chat. The torch replaces a lever that turns on and off a farm. Yep, so it doesn't do me any good. Or a machine. In that case, with a crafting card, never use that. Well, I don't... Well, actually, this is maybe a better question. Is, do you need the dust earlier than alloy it? What page of the tech tree are you in that you need dust before alloy it? Because maybe that'll be a better question. Yeah, if you could let me know what stage of the thing you're in, that'll help me out. This gives me a second to get up and stretch, so I'm cool. I'm cool for it. Wah 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 wah. Wah wah. Based on your context, you said skip the next tree. I'm assuming you're in more stones? More stones to get the dust, to get the ingot. You shouldn't need dust to get to ingot. Once you get to piece. So, stone gets enriched with granite. Then, that granite gets focused. And then that gives you pieces, and those pieces turn into iron chunks, or these iron pieces turn into raw iron. Raw iron you just smelt. Yeah, you don't have to do dust. Oh, then just smelt it. Use an ingot mold. You can either blast it, smelt it, solidify it, if you want to use a mold, an ingot mold. Yeah, you don't need to do the dust. Not at that stage. Yeah, so either smelt it into ingots or solidify it. I don't know if that answers your question, but I hope it did. Yeah, at this stage you shouldn't have... Yeah, at this stage you shouldn't have to mess with dust at all. Yeah, the small pieces get either compacted or crafted. I think the copper can be crafted. I think the iron and the lead and the silver has to be compacted. But that gives you the chunks. Then if you want the quick and dirty, just chuck it in a furnace. That'll get you some quick ingots. If you want the long and played out, to do it in like full automation, I'd highly recommend a solidifier. So, I don't think you have multi-block solidifiers at that point. So the simple solidifiers are probably going to be your best friends. Trying to look around and see when multi-block stuff happens. Or maybe it's always available. I don't know. I know the mixer isn't available. Simple controller, simple controller. Smelting does not work. I need to look at your setup, I think. I can take a gander after the stream, if that's okay. I'd be happy to take a look. I don't know if I should throw down some examples, or... I'm happy to dig into it a bit. Anytime folks have questions, I'm happy to gander. So I'm just loading up the creative world. We can hammer out some examples real quick. Sure. Sure. Was it game time? I can't remember. Set game time? Game. No. There we go. I knew we'd get there eventually. Okay, all this goes away. So what we're going to start with is simple. Controller, solidifier, tank, and we'll start off with something real easy. The controller needs some fire, and that pushes it to a solidifier. Let me just get some buckets. Lava is good. Water's fine for now. There's the fire. So you have the iron ore chunk, or iron ore. So you have the pieces. What's it called? Oh, raw iron. Raw iron. So you got to this point. You have the raw iron. So we're going to get a hopper, just so we can show a little automation. And a chest. Just so we can show a little automation. That goes like that. Goes like that. Iron go in. Iron get the smelt. As long as we have the fire. So that'll fill a tank. This has 4 tanks, but I only been using 1 tank. So it can technically smelt multiple things. So it's still empty because it's now already in the solidifier. So you already have an ingot mold at this point. For God's sake. I still look in the right, and I'm like, how come no work? We're gonna put the ingot mold down. And there you go. So that should be kicking out some ingots. Now, there's a bunch of stuff you can do with this. So that's why I want to go the very simplistic automation possible. So there's your ingots. So if you want... There you go. Auto ingot. Now, there's a couple things to note about this setup. This process is taking a while because we're not using any coolant. We can place a tank adjacent to the solidifier to increase speed. So if I place one here and fill it full of water, take a look now. See how much faster that is? So scaling scaling horizontal or scaling vertically might not be the smartest solution, but scaling horizontally can work out real nice. So that's a ton of iron we can crank out on the easy. You understand all that? Okay. So what part is not getting you the ingots? Sorry, I might have been confused as to what you were asking. If we've got these solidifiers kicking out real hard, another thing we could do is something like this. The dust mold. Yeah, the dust mold doesn't come till later, but that's why I was asking, what part do you need the dust mold for? And you said ingots. And so what I was getting at is you can make the ingots without the dust mold. So that's where I was confused. I apologize. I might be not understanding what you're asking. Yeah, so for the tech tree, before alloy it, you need to make ingots, and this is how you do it. Oh, I needed that. Inmo? Oh, it doesn't work that way? Aw, man. Yeah, the dust mold happens later. It was showing dust to ingots. Oh, yeah, you don't have to worry about any of that. No, you don't have to worry about... You can worry about it later if you want, but I think it's just sorted alphabetically or something. Something makes it a little weird. But yeah, raw iron. Yeah, this is all you have to do. So you'll do it just like this, or you don't need all this complication. Whoops. But this is an easy way to make this look a little different. And you'll do this for nickel, tin, silver, lead, all that. And then that should get you to alloy it. Yeah, because the thing we're talking about before is more stones. Yeah. Yeah, so let's check this out. Yeah, so up here, what you'll concern yourself with is a solidifier, and that's... There you go. Yeah, does that help? I still don't know if I fully answered your question, but I hope I did. Yeah, I hope I did. There's a lot of piggies over there. Oh my god, I'm gonna go pet the piggies. You got it? Okay, perfect. Yep. And then this can be customized any who's a what's its way you like. You have a lot of molten iron in you, sir. Well, what we could do is we could also use the mechanism pipes. So, mechanical transport. This is something that I was doing in mine. Wrench. It's not called a wrench, is it? What's it called? Oh, it is called a wrench. Oh, configurator. Alright, alright. Get weird on me. One thing I was doing in mine is I was going like this. And that way you could have two smelteries going at this, or solidifiers going at the same time. And then that works out a little bit better. It worked out well for me anyway. But yeah, something real simple and compact like this will work you just fine. Yeah. Good. Perfect. Oh, we are already 3 hours into this. Holy crap. It is impossible. It is impossible to try to keep track of time spent, because I feel like there's so much I want to accomplish in 8 hours, and then I take a gander and I'm like, oh man, oh, we're only 6 hours into this. Crazy. Okay, so back to this. I want there to be 200 of this at all times. How do? Go through the chat. Okay, the torch doesn't work for me. The requester is way out of our league. Okay, I gotta figure out where we left off here. The crafting card doesn't do what I need it to do. This is cool, but this won't work for what I'm hoping for now, which is unfortunate. Is there a discount requester? Or a different way I can get the amethyst shard. I didn't look super hard. Super empowered crystal. Super empowered crystal block. Oh yeah, crystal assembler. And empowered stuff. Ruby block. Einite. Oh yeah, this needed a hellish. Netherite gear. Yeah, we're not touching that. Okay. Is there another way we can do requests? Unfortunately, might be a little hosed, Tommy. Used to be able to put a pattern in the crafting component. Just have it run. This isn't gonna help. To be able to put a pattern in the crafting component and just have it run. Yeah, the problem is my experience with this is so abstracted at this point. Crafting status. Yeah, okay, that doesn't help. Let's see here. How far until Hellish? Ah, 2 more tech trees. Oh god. No, it's cool. I appreciate the chat. Like, several of the things that you have said have been very helpful. So this is, like, none of this is bad. Like, this is, I wish you were better at words. No, this has been very helpful. I have an abstracted idea in my brain, and the unfortunate thing about it is a system that we use does not work anymore. XNet is what we were using. It doesn't work for what we need anymore. So it's really, really unfortunate. Because it was working great. It was filling all the bins. It was talking to the system. No problem. Let's see here. Trying to think of how to do this. Excuse me. Ah. Okay. We did that. Interface auto stocking. This would work. Yeah, this would work. But not for what I'm hoping for. Level emitter auto stocking. May ask, how do I keep a certain amount of item in stock? Crafting more is needed. One solution is to use an ME export bus, an ME level emitter, a crafting card to automatically request new items from your network's auto crafting. This setup is for maintaining a large quantity of one item. You can, of course, make your network craft continuously by omitting the level emitter and a redstone card. Okay, what does this do? Export bus, filter to the desired item. Have a redstone card and a crafting card. Redstone mode set to activate with signal. Crafting behavior set to do not use stocked items. The interface. Level to emit. Oh, is this? Okay, so the stuff is still kept in the chest, in the box? You, of course, make your craft continuously. Okay. The ME export bus is filtered to the desired item. It has a redstone card and a crafting card. The redstone mode is set to activate with signal. Oh, this is one item, but a crap ton of it, right? Large quantity of one item. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. I would need one of those for every single thing. That's not great. Okay, we'll poke around a bit. We'll see what we can find. Recursive crafting, specialized local storage. Utilizing one of the special behaviors of the interface, a subnetwork can present the contents of the storage to the main network without being able to see the main network storage and taking up only one channel. It is useful for local storage at some farm, but the items will not overflow into your main storage. That seems cool. Not what I want, but that does seem cool. Throwing in water automation, types of storage and network cleanliness. Simple farm, simple farm, simple farm. Using filters, partitions, and storage priority, you can set up several tiers of storage for various kinds of things. The kinds of things tend to be general storage for all the random stuff. Uses small cells. Bulk storage for all the stuff you have more than a few thousand of, like cobble or iron. This uses big cells, like 256K or cells from the Mega add-on. Ooh. Local storage at farms is described in specialized storage at various service farms. Okay. The priorities are set up so that when the items are dumped into the main network, the first tries to store them in the specialized bulk or localized storage. If it cannot be done, due to filters or partitions, it then puts the items in general storage, which means the items will not actively move from one storage to another, but will migrate as they enter and leave the network. To actively move items, use an MEIO port. That's cool. That's not really what I need. What is this? A melon farm. Oh, that's cute. Huh. Oh no, that's the melon farm. I don't know what this is. Probably a Minecraft structure? Like a vanilla thing? Huh. No idea. Okay. Still cool. Still not what I want. The requester. Yeah. You need to make sure items, blah, blah, blah. Amount of stock, batch size. Okay. Not helpful. Neat, but not helpful. So let's see here. How else could we redo this network? Because now this isn't going to work, which is unfortunate. Bub, 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 bub. I guess it would still be one signal per thing per smeltery, whatever. Not terrible. That's just not what I was thinking of. I think I need to chew on that for a little more. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I want to do this now. I didn't expect the requester to be so dang expensive. Is there a point to doing AE2 now? I don't know. Huh. Man, that requester, that automatic crafting was kind of the real driving force of me wanting to do a hard upgrade. Trying to think. I'm trying to think here. I mean, the cool thing is I can go and request stuff. I guess for a manual intervention's sake, what we could do is we could do something like this. Emit when levels are below the limit. So now I'm like, oh yeah, I need more of that. Okay, let's make some. So I come over here. Yep, there it is. Man, that seems really annoying. It should have enriched something by now. Okay, is this because it's not taking because it has nowhere to put it? 64. There should be room for 7 more stacks or something. Yep, right there. 64. Locked. I need this to push stuff in, so I probably need a ME interface or something? That didn't help anything, did it? Nope. Super did not. Okay. Partition storage. Filter on, insert and extract. It is set to bidirectional. I don't think the ME storage can read the... Well, it did read. It did pull the items out of the drive, or out of the drawers. Yeah. Just for giggles and stuffs. I manually put it in. I have no drives in the system at all. If it's being stored anywhere, it's absolutely being stored in the drawers. Yeah? Okay, there must be a different kind of bus thing that I'm missing. So, AE2. Crafting storage, that's not what I want. No, storage bus, storage monitor. What's that? Monitors allow visualization. Does not show an item or fluid in its quantity. I don't care about that. Yeah, I don't care about that. Good stuff. Storage bus. Okay. Storage bus turns the inventory it's touching into network storage. It does this by allowing the network to see the contents of that inventory by pushing to and pulling from that inventory in order to fulfill devices. Due to AE2's philosophy of emergent mechanics, you don't necessarily have to use a storage bus for storage. Using subnetworks. Pipe subnet, yeah, we don't have to worry about that. They are cable subparts. Filtering, priority settings. The bus can be prioritized filtered, but is currently in the adjacent inventory. The network can be disallowed or allowed to see items, but cannot extract. The bus can filter insertion extraction, can be bidirectional. Capacity card increases the number of filter slots. We don't care about fuzzy. We don't care about inverting, and we don't care about overflow destruction. So unless I'm missing something very, very obvious, this should work. So no configs. No partitions. Report inaccessible items. Filter on insert, so no filtering. It doesn't matter. And it's bidirectional. Yes, items that cannot be extracted will be visible. No, I don't want that. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna throw away some stuff. Let's try that again. Yeah, so the thing is, I can see the stuff. There's 136 redstone in there. So I can see the contents. I can even pull from the contents. The 136, yeah? So I can pull from it. That's how we're making the enriched redstone, but it's not putting the stuff back. That's what has me confused. I want this. I want 200. Yep. So there's the redstone. And just to prove again, I've got no hard drives. No drives. No brakes. And there you go. You on auto eject or whatever? Oh, that was the thing? Freaking that auto eject has gotten me every time. Oh, number go up. Cool. Alright. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum. Cool. Fixed. So now at least the idea is I can go and hand hit out a ton of stuff. But it would be manual by me putting in the orders. Yes, I am going to get up and stretch. Thank you. Okay, that's less terrible. Yeah, I'm amazed it's not a default thing, but I understand why it's not a default thing. All right. Oh. Okay, so that works. That's great. Well, it's better. It's still not great because what has to happen is me, the human, has to pay attention to limits. And I have to be like, what are we short on? Okay, make more of that. What are we okay, make more of that. Okay, make more of that. So it's not the worst thing ever, but I wonder if this is going to save me any effort whatsoever. I don't know. Huh. Yeah, I don't really know what to do here. I'm at a weird precipice where the system I'm using doesn't work, so I need something different. And this system gets us quite a bit in there. Again, the worst case scenario is I have to come here. What are we out of? Yeah, I need passive crafting. And limits. And for it to understand limits. We. Okay. I'm trying to think of how that happens. The passive crafting was working here because it was filling it to the brim, and then the drawer system was like, nah. I almost only that in my playthrough. Well, okay, so another option is we do the whole thing on demand and nothing is automatic. That's another option. Huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to make some good forward progress. I just don't know what the right answer is. Would I be fine giving up the drawers? Maybe? I want to make some sort of forward progress today. I just don't know how to do it. Passive crafting is what I need to learn to do more of what I learned doing Greg Tech. I guess in terms of passive crafting, are we saying that's crafting that's done automatically without my intervention, or are we saying that's crafting that's done with my intervention? I really like the drawers. And I really like the drawer controller. Huh. Well, what has to happen is I gotta automate all the AE2 stuff anyway. What's next on the tech tree? Maybe that'll make me feel a little bit better. What's next on the thing? We've done that. It is the matter condenser, the matter balls, elite technium. Then that gets us to elite. So what can we do here? Graphite electrode, elite miner, speed, research, miner certificate without your intervention, happening in the background automatically. Yeah, that's kind of what we were attaining in AE2 or XNet. So the methodology has to change. I just don't know how to do it yet. There's actually nothing really interesting here. Basically magic. What do you do? Oh, an ender pouch. Oh, an ender tanks? Look at that. That's cute. With the entanglement singularities, or whatever the crap those are called, I think we don't even need it. Crafting everything on demand from square one bogs the system down. Yeah. What are you used for? Oh, elevators. Is that it? Hilarious. Okay. Not interested. What is after... What's in... Oh, reactor. Yep. All the colored ingots. Plutonium. Ludicrite. Or ludicrite. It's ludicrous as a word, but so... Ludicrite? Ridiculite. Inanite. Is it inane? And platinum. Cool. The granddaddy of them all. Platinum. And cyanite. And uranium. And graphite bar. So that's what we learned from the other thing. Simulation stuff. Location stuff. Okay. What do I want to do here? Sorry, I'm at a blank wall here. Not a bad thing. It's gonna take me a while to spin my wheels, but I'll come up with something and I'll be really happy with it. It's just taking me a second. I'm not sure what I want to do. Yeah. Let's take a look and maybe something will pop to mind. I don't need such big smelting things anymore. I could probably get it down to one large smelting thing, maybe. Okay. There has to be a way for me to communicate information to have these things do what I want them to do. The problem is there any way on the mechanism side I can say, always remember you're making this thing or something? Auto eject, clear side config, energy, it's not what I want. There's probably no way to just remember stuff. No, that was going to be an idea. That doesn't help. So for this whole thing, like I've got a bunch of recipes, I could say, you're always doing bricks, you're always doing bricks, no one else does bricks, don't even think about it. And then the logic and the pipes would actually handle that for me. And then we could do the whole redstone signal thing. Probably. Okay, let's take a look at that. Auto crafting a lot of little stuff again. Maybe something will come to mind. I want interface auto stocking. Okay. How do I keep a certain amount of various items in stock? Crafting more is needed. One solution is to use an ME interface and a crafting card to automatically request new items from your network's auto crafting. The setup is more suited to maintaining a small quantity of a wide variety of items. That's what we'll do. Let's give that a try. So we've got a ton of signal over here, ton of channels. I'm being real wasteful on the channels because we're still in like I say, I'm in this development phase. So to sprechen the Deutsch. That looks like that. Yeah. Keep hitting the wrong button, which is very fun. This. Yeah. Okay, so demonstration setup is cut short, so it isn't too wide. So it is a storage bus on top. I have a storage bus. Extract only. Okay. Here is your crafting card. Nope. Nice try. I want... enriched, not energized. What? Oh. Honestly, only asking for a stack is probably very reasonable. Sure. Okay. Nothing happened. Using import export bus the redstone card to send the item back to the finished product. If the emitter is on, I need more. So let's export the items and import the finished product. Holy crap. I didn't follow that. Hold on. That sounds really good, but hold on. So chuck, all the way. Just all of it out. Oh! I think that works. Okay, I think this'll work for me. It's a lot of stupid items, but it's still very clean, right? Okay, I think that works for me. I think that works for me. Any extra? Is everyone done? Beautiful. To keep this cleaner... Oh, butts! Butts. Can I have that back? Thanks. We're gonna say I want 50. There's no recipe that's gonna take more than 50 of a thing. What the heck? Oh. There we go. That work? Okay, you know what? I think I'm okay with this. So I have to set up what? 1, 2, 7, 10 items. 10 items? How many items can you hold? 9, of course. But this eats up how many signals? 2 signals. So another one. I don't have any more interfaces. I need to go make some more interfaces. I think this will work for me. Yeah. And I'm only requesting 50 because I think we've got enough throughput. I don't think it'll super duper matter. I don't think it'll matter. Okay, I'm using import export bus with a redstone card to send item and get back the finished product. If the emitter is on, I need more. So it's export the items and import the finished product. Okay. I think I understand that. I think. Okay. Well, one is... Oh, I need a storage bus. Which is gonna need more things. Certus quartz, oh my god. There. Cool? Cool. Oh. Alright, that works. Okay, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break. I need to get up and stretch. Sorry for the delay. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back. Oh, sorry about that. All right, so this is just this. And these both connect, so this will eat up 4 channels total. Yep. Okay. So 8 times 9 is 72. So 72 items for automation I think is very reasonable. Yep, there's the 50. Good. Okay, that all works. Now let's request something else. How about the energized flint? Because, oh, we don't have any. Interesting. Oh, not that way. Sorry. Energized flint. Now what's weird is this doesn't seem to be reading out, and that's not pulling either. I'm gonna just delete it. Try it again. Nope. Enriched flint. Oh, I don't think I have enriched flint in the drawer system. You have 60 flint. We do. We don't have any. Now, why is this acting weird? I'm gonna check that thing again. Nope, not that. There we go. Oh, I didn't set to export only or whatever. That didn't fix anything, though. Sad. It is definitely nighttime. It's getting there. Rich flint to flint. You didn't even submit the job. 15 rich flint? Huh. And... okay. Just to be clear. Oh, there we go. That worked. Yep, that is working. Okay. So there's something about this guy that I messed up on. Extract only. Extract only. Okay. Glass? I don't know if we even have any glass. Okay. The system might not have any sand. Oh. I thought I saw some movement. Yeah, this one doesn't want to work now. Well, not now, but this one just doesn't work. Is it because it's not connected like this? Even though the demonstration, it looks like it's okay that it isn't connected like this? Yeah, still uses the same 4 channels. Nothing's being cooked. Well, this is still really disappointing. Let's remove the enriched flint. Post some pictures of your setup. Awesome. I'll take a gander in a second. Thank you for that. Enriched flint. I guess I'm having... Oh, sand. Sand might legitimately not be in the network right now. Because reasons. That might be why that didn't work. Yep, there's that. Okay. I know we have enough flint. The redstone has been working pretty regularly, so let's do that. That works. I don't know why the enriched flint is not happy. Anyway, let's take a gander at your setup. Also, welcome to the Discord. Yeah. So behind each of those machines, I'm assuming you have whatever it takes to make the thing? Do you have a dedicated machine per every single thing? Is that what I'm understanding? In my setup, I got 14 machines on one channel. That's awesome. Okay, so yeah, this is a really cool setup you have. Actually, just so folks can see it, I want to make sure we post it, if that's all right with you. I want to chuck it here so we can tie the conversation together. Copy image. Nope, not copy image. Copy link. There we go. So this is it. So you can see how Calyx has it set up in the back row. They have all the things. Oh, actually, what I'll do instead is I'll download it and then I'll just share it here. Save image. So, 1 second. All right, oh. That doesn't help. What the heck? Oh, whoops. Okay, I transformed the wrong thing. Haha, stretch the screen. Okay, so here's Calyx's setup. You can see what we're talking about with the whole... They've got a row in the back, and each individualized machine is responsible for making a specific product. In this case, the machine is only turned on when it's needed. So that is a really cool way to handle that. That doesn't work for me because I want to handle this a different way, but for that being part of the discussion setup, I want to make sure that we were aware of that is another really good way to handle this. No, absolutely, I love it. All right, did I mess everything else up? Nope, I think we're good. And cats. Cats. Okay, back to it. Let's send... Somebody already did that for us. Awesome. Okay, so this works. We're happy. This works. I don't know why the flint is not working specifically, but it isn't. I'm gonna go grab a bunch of flint. I'm gonna chuck it in the bin, and we're gonna see what's what because I don't see flint coming in. Also, we've got an ad break coming here in a moment. You know what I always say, get up, move around, stretch about, move around, and all that. Okay. Oh, it's up. I wonder if it's like, you don't have 50 flint, so I can't make this thing. Enriched flint. Yeah, now this isn't working. I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Enriched flint. It's a power thing? It's a one-to-one thing? Enriched flint? Flint. Enriched flint. We have flint? Yup. 330 flint. Okay. I'm gonna try this a little differently. Instead of this being a JEI thing, which I don't know if it is or isn't. Nope. That's not the problem. Oh, now it works. Does it work now? No? I don't know what's going on here. Do we have in system? 1. Oh, now it's not there anymore. I think we're running into the same problems we were running in with XNut. I'm gonna look at my logs. Hold on. Folder. Minecraft. Logs. Okay, this is all... none of this seems to be an error. Saving chunks. Yeah, I don't see any errors per se. Yeah, there's no errors. Latest. Let's take a gander at this. Saving chunks, saving chunks, saving chunks. A sprite didn't load, which I don't think is going to be an issue. What else we got here? Caught an error from mod plugin. Recipe type crystal fixer. We're not using any of that yet anyway. I'm getting a lot of unloading errors, but I still don't think that's an issue for what we've got going on. Yeah, I built it exactly as the document. Yeah, here, I'll show you. Oh, let's go to bed first. I need some way more lights. Or just run lights through the floor or something. So here's the setup. For the setup according to the documentation, I don't need this, and I don't need this. And I don't need this, because they connect to each other, but I was just trying to troubleshoot. So, 2 ME interfaces, yeah. In the top is a storage bus, extract only. Extract only. It's then wired to the controller. This gets connected, which means this is connected this way. So this should eat up 4 channels. Yep. Okay. I understand that. Fantastic. Here is example setups, interface auto stocking. So this is the same thing. Yep. Crafting cards. And export mode, extract only. Let's make sure we did that. You are missing a crafting card. Okay, so that's one problem fixed. You have a crafting card. Okay. The flint... Oh, for God's sake, it was a crafting card the whole time. No, I didn't build the setup correctly, because I'm a dummy. But that was a very good rubber ducky, so thank you very much for that. Oh, that was weird. Okay, anyway, cool. That solved all that. So now I'm happy with this. No, I'm not convinced I did any of this right. Okay, so what I would like is some sort of storage area where I could keep all this. This is already the top of the floor. I can't go up anymore. And this was all just to try to test this thing out anyway. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to pull this out since I have 8 connections this way. So let me have this. And this. So I could do 7. Yeah, thanks for understanding that I'm a ding-dong. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is going to be all 7 of... Well, it's not going to be 7. It's going to be 3. Because everything needs 2 connections anyway. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Yep. And then this is going to be the entangled dangled storage bus. Okay, now let's see how to build this so it doesn't completely stink. What if... Take one more look at it, because I don't want to be too confused, even though I'm already very confused. Example setups. Interface auto stocking. So it's going to be... The storage buses on top, the interfaces. I guess it doesn't super matter how the wire connects, does it? So we could go like that. And then the interfaces look like this. It's only really set up the other way for simplicity's sake. Oh, no problem. No problem. That's maybe like the only one problem with like texting is like everything is semantic. But no, happy to help. No problem. The whole thing is very... Does this work like this? Nope. The whole thing is honestly very, very intimidating. If I don't play a lot of modded, and I think I'm a good automation guy, logistics, like I think I'm pretty good at some stuff, but there's a lot in here that it's like, man, I'm just scratching my stupids. I just have no idea. Storage. It is this thing. I thought I made a few of you. It's not. I also like some crafting cards. Yeah, the whole thing can be really intimidating, which is why, like, you know, Calyx being here and asking something like, did you make sure it worked? Well, of course I did. Why wouldn't I if it... Oh, wait. No. I didn't any of that. Yeah, I didn't. No, no. It's called Rubber Ducky. I don't know what it's Rubber Ducky, not like syndrome or anything, but like it's if you I think it came from like having code developers or whatever, trying to do debugging, and they would have on their desk like a totem or, you know, a little rubber ducky, and it'd be like, explain the problem to the duck. And then what inevitably occur is the developer would be like, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, I didn't declare any of my variables. Right. So, rubber ducky. So just having someone ask very simply, did you do the thing? Well, of course I did. Do you think I'm an idiot? Checks. Oh, wait. Am certified dumbass. Yes. I like certain mods in vanilla, but it's simple things I think should already be in the game. There's a lot of stuff like that. There's so much stuff like that, I feel, yeah, that should just be a part of the game. And just be done with it, but no. So it is coal, coke, dust, obsidian dust. So, let's just do dust. Oh, God. DC dust is coal, coke. Coal, yeah, coke dust. 50. Now that's not reading. So hold on, because that might not be part of the system. I will guarantee it's not part of the system. Now we add it to the system. Make sure it has a slot to output, and maybe that's the issue. Oh, coke isn't part of the system either. There's all kinds of things wrong. Oh, flibbity giblets, jibabbers. I don't know what's going with that. Doesn't matter. Hi, can I have a stack of you? Thank you. I was watching a friend play Cuphead, and it was fun because I've beaten Cuphead, and they are not fast reactionary type people. Also, Cuphead is a bit of a tough game, but it's funny because every time you load a level, the announcer says some stuff, and every time I didn't do coke, I guess. Every time you start a level, the announcer says stuff. It's a great day for a swell fight, or something like that. And then I was just typing that in chat, and they were getting really cheesed off by it. The hell are you talking about, John? I'm like, that's what the announcer keeps saying. It's a great day for a swell fight. Okay, you have that. I want coke dust. You know how to make coke dust. Can you see coke dust? Yeah. Full coke. Okay, so now I'm not convinced I have this fixed. We should have 7 channels consumed. We do. Oh, so what was I saying? There's a character called Pork Rind. I think it's Pork Rind. Big, heavy-set, bipedal piggy type, and he has a story by items from. He says, "Welcome. Thank you. Goodbye." Just, I don't know why that popped into my brain, but it did. Extract only, extract only, extract only. All right, that's all correct. Did you program the interface correctly? I don't know now. Now I don't know. Let's check. Let's check. These are good asks. I think it was just export only, or extract only. And then this is the crafting card. Oak dust, fitty. I know you can see we has dust. Okay. I'm just gonna ask for 1 right now. See if the process even works. Nope. Something is scoofed again. Eject on. Eject on. Eject on. Okay, you can cancel this one. I'm just gonna try a different one. Hi. Oh. Well, that one... No, it just errors out like crazy. It's not doing it. Okay, let's clear all the orders. Something is borked beyond belief, and I don't know what it is. Let's go through the documentation one more time. Example, Okay. ME interface and a crafting card. 4 ME interfaces, 4 storage buses. It's in a regular cable. Yep, I'm doing less than that. The ME interfaces are kept the desired items in themselves by clicking the desired item in their top slots or dragging the top slots from JEI, then clicking on the wrench to set the amount. They have crafting cards. The storage buses are such that extract only. How it works: if an ME interface cannot retrieve enough of a configured item from network storage and it has a crafting card, it will request that the network's auto-crafting craft more of that item. The ME storage buses allow the network to access the contents of the devices. Okay, there's nothing sitting in the devices. Okay. See that I'm asking for coke dust? This is coke dust. Manual crafting should work for the auto to work. Well, yeah, that doesn't work either. Yeah, the whole thing's hosed. Auto eject? Yep. Input, output. I swear to goodness, I made a bunch of this testing it before. Oh, this might be a problem? That's an issue. It could have been infinite looping on itself. Which would make sense if it was. But that does not seem to be the problem. Okay. Let's shut this down. Let's go to bed. I'm waiting for someone to pop in and be like, hey, you're not smart enough to use AE2. I haven't even gotten to, like, the P2P tunnels and stuff. But, okay. There's nothing crafting. That can stop. Thank you. Nothing crafting. I want 10 of this. Now it works. Yep, I'm seeing that work. That's good. Okay, don't want it. Thanks. I don't know what I changed. I don't know what's different, but something's way different. Huh. Now I'll throw this away once it's done. And I'll go to the left to make sure that that one's set up, and I'll try it there. I think that's what did it. Yeah. But this one on the right was never connected. I had a problem with this one too. It's fine. Oh man, that is slow. Got the full brisket? You got the full brisket. Okay. That goes away. That goes away. I'm out of coal coke, actually, so this is a different problem entirely. Okay. And hopefully I can just feed the thing and it'll just work. Cool. Alright. Now the final. Now it is working. You're right. That pipe connection screwed it up. Okay. I'd like to say we're getting there, and I don't think we are. Energized redstone. Enriched. Enriched redstone. There we go. Alright. Biddy. Cool. Next. Oh, crushed obsidian. Oh, it's obsidian dust. Okay. We're getting there. So we have stone black. Black brick. I can't see anything. Black brick, which is more of a tan brick or whatever. Clay brick. Or is it just brick? It's just brick. Okay. So you're not going to be able to do anything because we don't have clay. So I'm going to go get some clay, put it in the bin, see what happens. Which I don't think I have clay. I don't think I have free-form clay in anything. Oh, there you are. Thanks. I'm going to put clay balls in the system. Sure. Number didn't go down. That's fine. Oh, there we go. Oh, because it already pulled the amount it wanted almost immediately, I'm sure. Alright, what's next? Redstone glass. Oh, butts. Okay. Anything else? Nope, that looks like it. And then the 3 enriched guys. I think... Oh, I already have an enriched in here. I'm gonna remove you. Nope, I don't want this. I mean, thanks for making it, but... Oh my god. Okay. Anything else? No? Good? Okay. Enriched. Redstone. Diamond. Obsidian, right? That was the third one? No, flint. Oh, yeah. Just type in here? Oh, yeah, much easier. Okay. Good? Oh, 4 hours later, finally some progress. Holy butts. Okay. So this automates everything up here. Everything down here can get removed. That's being added. And now we just start breaking stuff. Crushed, yep. Okay. I'm honestly not interested in all these odds and ends machines. They can all just despawn. It's fine. That can despawn. That can despawn. That can despawn. That can despawn. Okay. Despawn. And we got it all nice and clean, and I'm just busting it up again. Sign of progress. Sign of progress, I hope. I hope for the future. In about 5 minutes, 8 minutes here, I'm gonna take a break. Get out of the chair, move around and such. It's healthy to take breaks. Okay, compactors. What can I do with compactors? Because that's something that sounds really easy too. All the ores can be compacted, which I'm not interested in. Black bricks, looks like that's it so far. Okay. The tough fabric, I'm doing that somewhere else. Nether stars, nothing really fantastical there. Nothing really amazing. What else? This can go away. Yep, don't need any of this. That's sand. That's glass. Yeah. Go away, go away, go away. Okay. That can all despawn. This all looks good pasted on the wall, I think. Now, what we'll do is thick cable. We'll do dense cable down the middle, and that'll increase our connections. Then we'll do a couple of pull-offs from there. I want to see if we have any more advanced technium. Nope. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, that's really sad. Okay. Cool. The next thing to remove is going to be all the crusher stuff for cobbled stone and deep slate. So how does this work? It's enriched, it's infused, and then it's crushed, and then it's crushed. So you're locked. You're locked. Yeah, we went through all of that already. Ugh. Earth. So let's see here. I have patterns on me, I'm sure. Pattern encoding. Okay, so we want... It's crushed deep slate, I believe. Crushed deep slate. Yep, this is what we want. So, how do we make this? It is cobbled deep slate to crushed deep slate. Okay. Cobbled deep slate to crushed deep slate. Where are my patterns? Thank you. Then I need cobbled deep slate. Now, I don't know how this is going to work. Independent of each other, hopefully. Oh, nope. So not cobbled deep slate from deep slate. Okay, cool, cool. I don't know what happened there. I typed too fast? Okay. So there's the 2 steps. We also need to infuse, but we'll get to that later. So this can already probably tear out a lot of the stuff I got going on. So this is enriching. This is crushing. Yup. So we want cobbled deep slate and crushed deep slate. So cobbled deep slate. Cobbled deep slate. And then crushed. Okay. For higher volume processes, I'm going to say I want 100. Oh, wait, right. 50 is fine. 50 is fine. Okay. Now, what I'll need is effectively... let's see here. Cobbled. Cobbled D gets enriched. No, deep slate. We make deep slate by... Oh. No. We get deep slate by enriching... No. Infusing. There we go. Infusing stone. So I'm going to need a stone... Oh, we already have a smooth stone. And stone should be mined in, so that's fine. That should be just fine. So, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, I am going to go and take that break now. I need a snack. I need a snack. Ooh. I was holding down W. Okay, here's this. This is going to be a reminder that things will be better. And we will get farther. So thank you all for joining me. My name is JohnMegacycle. Take a quick break here, like I said. If you're on YouTube, catch you next time. If you're on Twitch, I'll see you in about 5-10 minutes. So I'll just BRB.